should be live. Let me just wait for that confirmation. Let me know if you can hear me. Yes, that's it. We're live. Now do, of course, let me know how music's a little bit loud. Do let me know. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing amazingly. It's been a while since we've Yes, hello everybody, hello, it's good to be back. Hopefully you can hear me properly now. Hello everybody in the chat, hopefully you can hear me. closer to my mouth. Okay, how's that sounding? The music is too loud. Oh dear. How's that? God, what an absolute nightmare of a start. I do apologise to anyone who's had to sit through that. But let's crack on. Hang on, what's try and move it. Hopefully that is better. Okay, people are saying that's better. A terribly unprofessional start to the stream. But if that's better, we can continue. Let me just take. Still very low. Oh dear, what's changed? I wonder. Okay, I will sort of hunch over my desk in such a way that I'm putting my mouth into the microphone like this. Okay, right. Let's crack on. So anyone who's just joined, we're doing the Marshals of Annuminas, which is Arnor's elite heavy cavalry. And I can't actually increase my microphone volume anymore, which is really annoying. How strange. Audio. Ah, that's the music, so what am I doing? So they're both... I know what I'm doing, everybody. I'm a professional. The microphone. Okay, I'm going to speak like this for the whole stream. So let's crack on. Now it's been a while since you've seen me do any art here, so let's recap. So I did my sketch, my base sketch, because whenever I do a base sketch on camera, it always tends to go wrong. Everything that could go wrong tends to go wrong. So I've decided to always do the base sketch off camera and start off with the colouring. So that's what we shall do. So, and to anyone who's seen me before, I'll just do a really rough, basic layer of sort of blocking out the colour, essentially. Kind of like you would with a real life painting. And actually, before I forget, let's get up our reference, because I have a lot of reference for these guys. What are they called? Annuminas Marshals. So here I've gathered plenty of reference, and we're going with a sort of Elendil or Isildur style of armour. Kind of like the Lords of Westerness, if you've seen them. Seen my Lords of Westerness. Let me try and find them. They're not going to be here. Oh, here. Hello everybody, it's good to see you all. Again, apologies for that inconvenience, but it's good to have you all here. So here we have the Lords of Westerness, which is regarded as, you know, is one of my favourite designs, and a lot of people feel the same as well. And it just works. This design is just, it's my favourite. So again, as you can see, this is quite inspired by Elendil's armour as well. Here we go. So this is Arnor's heavy elite sort of infantry, and this Marshals of Annuminas is their heavy cavalry. And Pepi, the tournament winner, chose this armour to be made, this concept to be, he commissioned this concept essentially. and so he's given me some rough guidelines of what he'd like to see, and it was essentially, he said, make me another Lords of Westerness, and I'm not going to complain about that. I loved making these guys. It took me 3 months to make these guys, actually. So I will do just that. So that same kind of red, silver, gold and blue colour scheme. I think that works really well for Arnor. And yeah, Elegy's saying, yeah, this was my profile picture. The Lords of Westerness, this chap in the middle here was my profile picture for many months. And it shall be soon again. I've got a new one at the moment for a job I was doing. Durin's future army, yes. Arnor will be one of the first campaigns I try. It sounds like one of the hardest. You know, you start as your Horde Rangers. It does sound like quite a challenge. So maybe that's not the best start for me, but oh, those designs. And Xavier saying, so excited to see this. The Lords of Westerness are my favourite design. There we go. Thank you, Xavier. Thank you very much. And Leo, thank you. Thank you. Now I will probably do a horse here. So I haven't done that yet at the moment. Or I may well do sort of 2 more variants and then a separate concept with the horse. But at the moment I think it's just best to focus on one for now. And Juggernaut Total War. Hello, Rosa Mordor. Thanks for your work. It means a lot to us. Well, thank you. It means a lot to hear that, Juggernaut. Thank you very much. And so something I'm going to do is I'm going to match the colours on this. So I'm just going to go into this concept, select the colour, and then take it back, and now we have exactly sort of a quite precise linking concept. And AA Ozeka, that WAG preview was awesome. Oh, well, thank you. That was really good fun to do. We were sort of discussing it, and I just thought, right, I'm gonna mix those 2 designs. We were having the exact argument that I said in my caption, that which WAG design is better, and I thought, right, let's just make a new one. Let's mash the 2 together. Overall, I think the consensus is that the Lord of the Rings one feels more real, I think. But the Hobbit one, I don't know. I think they do both do some bits well. But if you're keen on the WAG designs, wait till you see the other WAG designs we've been making, which I have not been part of, but I think you will love even more than my design. WAGs with armour is quite something. And Juggernaut saying, it's not just a mod. There is passion, love and hard work in this masterpiece. It is art. Oh, thank you. Yes, that is a really nice way of summing it up. So, what I'm thinking, I'm not too keen on making an exact copy, essentially, of this. Ooh. Strange. Although it will look different. There's some things we have to consider when we model for Attila. Is that with cavalry especially, you can't really give them cloaks, because it's a dilemma of, if you give them a cloak you have to model it to fit the horse, but then if you dismount them they're going to have this completely bizarre cloak that sort of looks like it's folding over a horse behind their back, which of course doesn't work. And something else we can't do is give them longer skirts here, because that doesn't work with the cavalry animation either. So in that respect they will be different. And the chat is blue at the moment. Lots of moderators here. If we could pin that Discord link, that would be great. The impressive Marcus Newman. Good evening. Good evening to you. How are you doing? I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all staying safe. I hope you're having a good summer. The weather has been very temperamental over here in England. Some nice days of sun, and then some sudden, thunderstorm that will ruin it all. Very bizarre. So Durin saying, from Eriador to Mordor, no doubts, have to crush some evil boy with a ring and an army of orcs. Yes, Arnor is going to be a very fun faction, especially if you reunite the kingdoms and stuff. That would be great fun. I need to keep looking at this. So they have this kind of black. And I'm looking at this now, I just realised that I've got this wrong. If you look here, I did a sort of pattern of 7 stars, which kind of works. That 7 stars of Gondor and Arnor. But here they're kind of, it's just some unique design, which is quite nice. But I think I'll keep them. I quite prefer the 7 stars actually. But do let me know what you think. And Dov Dorith. So Arnor will be in the game. Will it be the reunited kingdom with Gondor, or a standalone faction? Well, to my knowledge, I think you will start as a horde nation of rangers, and you will have quite limited recruitment, and it'll be quite a challenge, I think, at the beginning, and then you sort of slowly reforge the realm, and you unlock your greater infrastructure and your better military. And I think I don't know how it works actually. We haven't quite got there yet. But I think reuniting the kingdoms is on the table. In which case, I imagine you'd get the Gondor lands. Although I don't know. And the chat's been going quite crazy. While I've not been reading it. Good day, Massey Ferguson. Hello, good to have you here. Lots of regulars here. It's nice to see, but lots of new faces as well, which is also nice to see. I realise I haven't streamed since we've had the. Have I streamed since the 10k special? If I haven't, do let me know what you thought of that amazing 10k special. But also the Rohan video that dropped at this weekend. Do let me know what you thought of that. That was myself and Elegy's attempts into making those videos. We spent a long time on that, or Elegy spent a long time on that rather. I didn't. And I thought Elegy's editing was really, really good in conveying the clarity, getting the message across of the faction. And if you haven't seen it, do check it out. I'm really, really excited for Rohan. It's looking really cool. Carl Johnson, so can the infantry get kilts and skirts? Well, another rule with Attila, if you're talking about limitations, is you can't really connect stuff at the front, because if you connect it at the front, there's no way for it to split. So when you rig it on the model, the texture just stretches horribly. So as a rule, I tend to make the front open. But you can make long skirts like they have here. Yeah, absolutely. The Fountain Guard have that. It's quite similar to the Fountain Guard. Massive Ferguson. Oh, I've just lost your comment. The non-playable Lossoth faction. Will they be good, evil, or neutral? Too early to say, to be honest, but probably neutral, along with most other Eriador factions. Phillip Henry. Hello, Phillip Henry. Phillip is one of our 2D interns. He is also working on an Arnor concept, coincidentally, but it's not an Arnor concept for Arnor, confusingly enough. It's Arnor concept for Imladris. So you can go and try and work out which concept he's working on. It's looking fantastic. Philip, I might join you later. That would be really cool. That would be cool to have you. Energy, our masterpiece with 17k views. Well, how long's it been? It's been When did it go live? What's the day today? Thursday. It's been live for five days almost. But yeah, it has sort of slowly dropped off. So if you thought there was something we could improve on from that live stream, do let us, not live stream, from that overview, let us know, because of course we're always trying to get that the quality out, and also we want to get the reach. We want to reach new people and make this mod even more widespread. So give us feedback, always give us feedback. If you thought it was good, let us know what we thought we could do, what you liked, what you thought we could do better. But I don't know, I'm still holding out hope for this, you know. One thing I've learned with analysing our YouTubers, you can never predict. Things just never turn out how you think they will. Some things do well, some things don't do well. I think having that Erebor trailer that reached 150,000 views or so, 160,000, I think that gave us expectation. And then when Rohan didn't reach that for some reason or another, we were quite disappointed. And so we held off hope for the Moria trailer, which I think was my favourite, along with the Rohan one. We were held off hope. We didn't expect, but in our hearts we hoped that it would reach, you know, big views, and again it didn't. So again, we don't know. We just have no idea. Contrary to that, our faction overviews, when we first put them out, we didn't think they'd get 40,000 views. We thought they'd be getting 10,000, you know? So it's it's a monster. It's a mind of its own. Mr. Unclear, will some of the non-playable factions, for example Bree, have their own unit roster, or they have units from other factions? I'd like to think that they have units from their own roster. Bree, I think I've spoke with Maestro about this. Bree will have 4 or so unique units, and as soon as they are decided and rostered, I will be making that concept. I can guarantee you that. Very excited for Bree. And I'm thinking, as a differentiation, I'm going to give these guys Aragorn's pauldrons, his royal pauldrons, or something similar thereof, just to differentiate from these quite standard Gondorian pauldrons here. Let me quickly catch up with the chat, just so we're up to date. Jen, are you going to have a little 3 to 4 unit stacks randomly popping up to simulate raiding bands of orcs? Again, too early to say. As Zahn says, stuff like that, campaign related tests like that, we're going to have to wait till we have a working campaign, which is of course steadily being worked on. Fear not. Just because it's been silent on the campaign streams front doesn't mean the campaign progress has stopped. That is absolutely going ahead. And you know what I've thought I might do? Why on earth am I drawing this when I can copy it? See, that is one of the beauties of digital art. Look at this. I'm just going to copy all this nice detail. And of course it's very rough. I'm probably going to go over most of it to just adjust it a little bit. And of course the angle looks slightly off to me, so we're going to do a bit of manipulation. I said I'd catch up the chat and I haven't done it. He's working on the Grey Company. Well, we'll have to see about that. Whatever he's working on, it's looking really, really cool. Jin's saying, oh, the raiding bands of orcs is something he felt is always missing out of Warhammer Total War. Yeah, interesting. If we find that, you know, say Eriador is too boring and it needs a bit of a challenge, then, you know, we'd consider everything, to be honest. We want to, in the lore, the issue is that Eriador in the lore is quite a passive theatre during the War of the Ring. So, and of course, a passive theatre does not work well with a Total War game. So we need to do everything we can to make it fun for the player, but also keep that faithfulness to the lore. For instance, adding Angmar, as much as people would like it, is against the law. Against the book law, but also against the law, the martial law of Rise of Mordor. Matt Henley, Bill the Pony as a general. Hands down the best suggestion I've heard. If that's not implemented, I'm quitting, I'm afraid. It did amuse me that Divide and Conquer's faction leader for Bree is Barlaman, the innkeeper. That does make me chuckle, actually, because of how shockingly unorganised and forgetful he is. But also he's the owner of a bloody pub. Ao Zeka, will the horse get armour? Yes, similar to the Swan Knight concept I did, which if you caught up with Fiefdom Fashion Week that we published recently, you'll know all about. So yes, they'll have a sort of fancy barding, and they'll have probably some cool helmet armour, maybe even some body armour. Depends on how elite we want them to look. Dariv, amazing what you can do with computers these days, for sure. Digital art, the best things about digital art, I think, are layers. You know, on a real painting, you can't just draw on something, then erase it without damaging the stuff below it. That's not a thing. Of course, undo as well, and copy and paste. All of that is just the marvels of the machine. And I'm just absolutely not being able to keep up with the chat and multitask here. Matt Henley, finally doing a stream when I'm not at work. Glad you can catch this one, Matt. Matt is also an intern of ours. He's working on a evil concept at the moment. Xavier, what if you go with the winged helms? The one they're using right now is Elendil's crown. Ah, well, it's not going to be exactly Elendil's crown, don't worry. No, it will be... If you see here, this is essentially Isildur's crown, Isildur's helmet. But this one's essentially an elaborate Arnor tier 3 design. You know, the standard one. So I'm thinking of something different here, don't worry. Dov Dorith, you were touched by the Valar. Well, that's very nice of you. Thank you very much. That finished model is going to be, yes, that is going to be fantastic. As far as I know, I think Eldor was interested in modelling, and Eldor's, you know, he does some very high quality models. So I'm very, very excited to see how he treats these guys. Oh god, I mean, if one of you is able to come on voice chat right now, I can't keep up with the chat on my own. Alas, it's swarming. Impressive Marcus Newman. I thought the Rohan overview was fantastic, though I suppose people are in general more attracted to the shiny, super high quality units like Erebor. And Rohan units are poor. Yeah, that's a good point. But you know, Rohan's in some pretty damn iconic scenes in the films. It's very understandable why Erebor did well. That is, you know, dwarves are cool, and I think elven ones will do well as well. But you know, I wasn't expecting such a key War of the Ring faction to not do as well. Although, who knows? It's too early to say, too early to spell doom. I don't think that's the right way to go about it. I'd say let's wait a week and see how things go. Massey, don't bring up Angmar. Well, don't you worry. There's plans in motion that will please Angmar and Khazad-dûm fans. And I suppose it's public knowledge, actually. Victimized has already mentioned it, so I might as well tell you. Is that a project after the War of the Ring is done is to do more campaigns. and we haven't finalised which ones, but we're leaning on the war between Arnor and Angmar. And that, in that case, you get a fully fledged Angmar faction in all its glory, as well as Khazad-dûm, as well as the three kingdoms of Arnor in civil war. It's just it sounds perfect for a total war setting. You know, Eriador, like we were saying earlier, Eriador in this case will be the most conflicted place, which is amazing. Oh my gosh, Carl Johnson. So will Orcs of Gundabad hold the area where Angmar is in the Third Age? Yes, correct. Massey Ferguson, Arnor is really in the lore for the Third Age? Not really, no. The Dunedain Rangers are. They protect Bree and the surrounding lands. But we know that, you know, the kingdom is reforged in the Fourth Age. So essentially we're going to start your campaign off in the lore-accurate Third Age, and then once Sauron's defeated and you're coronated, you can reform the kingdom. Elegy, Barlimon the Innkeeper being the leader of Bree sounds like a British heaven. Yeah. Beer for everyone, a free pint for every soldier. Dodger Kingdom, will Halbarad be a custom general for Arnor? I hope so. I think so. Definitely so. Jin saying, I think sticking to the lore is important. However, with a historical setting, Total War, everything after Turn 1 is just a divergent universe. Yes, that's true. That is true. But we want to keep it as lore friendly as possible, if you know what I mean. But yeah, again, it's just our hypothetical plan at the moment, because of course we don't know either if it will work. We might find that Eriador just is a complete flop, in which case we would have to do something to make it fun. Oh god, I'm absolutely swamped by this chat. Killer Clone, the helmet looks like a Citadel Guard helm. This one or this one? I don't know. To me, none of them really look like a Citadel Guard. Citadel Guard is quite a unique. Well, it's quite similar actually to the standard Gondor helmet. It's just got the wings as separate bits.
You're falling behind, man. You're falling behind.
Oh, someone's here. Do you want me? It's lol.
Did I just scare you?
Oh yeah. Right, I'm woefully behind on the woefully behind on the stream chat.
I was quite confused as to how you didn't hear me like entering Discord 2 minutes ago. I was sort of waiting for you to say something.
I wasn't getting the Discord sound.
No. That's weird.
Let's hopefully the OBS is picking up your voice, because we've had
I mean, it should be. It honestly, I really don't think there's any special settings.
No, we had it in the past where I think the first stream we did as a sort of podcast. We were speaking and we didn't. People couldn't hear the other people in the call, which was a problem.
That's not ideal. That is not ideal. How's it going?
It's going very well. It is going very, very well. We just had a horribly hectic house move.
Ooh.
But,
actually, don't even. You've basically just given me PTSD by saying house move. I've just gone through 2 weeks of having 6 lazy flatmates who don't want to do anything towards contributing to my next year's housing, so I've practically had to do everything. And then I've just found out that my passport's expired, so I applied for a new passport. Because I need the ID for next year. And apparently the passport waiting times are 10 weeks. So I was like, oh crap. So I need to get a provisional, but I couldn't apply for a provisional driving license because I didn't have a passport. So it's been I'm just like arguing with the HRMC or whatever the fuck they're called today for like 4 hours, explaining to them that like the system is flawed until they finally just caved and were like, okay, send us your birth certificate and we'll do it for you. I was like, alright.
Oh man, that sounds so stressful.
Yeah. It's whatever.
Yeah, admin is fun.
Damn, have you done this all in half an hour?
Ah, no, that was the beauty of copy and paste.
Right. I was quite baffled. I was thinking to myself, how on earth have you managed to pull that off? That is insane detail.
Yeah, if I was that quick, I don't know.
Do you prefer drawing in sort of in person or on the computer?
I don't know. I learned traditional, so I've always drawn as traditional as I can as on digital, if that makes sense.
Do you use like a sort of like an electronic pencil thing, or do you use your mouse?
Oh yeah, I use the pad, the drawing pad.
Right.
Anyone who
Okay.
draws with the with the mouse, I mean, massive respect if you can do that well.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
It's
surely this
crazy.
man is not drawing with a
Yeah.
mouse.
I mean, sculpting as well, 3D sculpting, like high poly stuff. You want a
Is that
stylus for that. You want to.
ah, yeah.
Um,
It's fine. I gave up on that path long ago.
yeah,
There's enough people doing it
it
now.
is. I mean, if once you're confused, like I consistently get confused doing that,
Yeah.
and
It's
it's
like,
just
do you know what? It's not even like the steps. It's just like when you encounter like an issue or a bug and you have no idea how to fix
yeah,
it.
yeah,
And it just stops you for about 2 hours and you're just like, why is this not linking? And then you
yeah,
find out that
yeah.
like one tiny vertice you
Oh,
just
it's the
ruined.
worst. It's the worst. I
Yeah.
mean, luckily, the amazing thing about this mod is we've got really knowledgeable people like
Yeah,
Peter like.
unfortunately, back in the day where I was trying to 3D model, the only person I had to advise me was Blood Magpie, so
Oh God.
you can see how that
Oh,
combination
for
would
those of
be.
you who don't know who that is, well, it's best we don't open that can of
Let's
worms.
call him the Sauron of the Rise of Mordor team.
Yeah.
He's a,
Oh yes.
oh, that
Indeed.
was a scary time, but
I remember the day you left. Haganaz, who is, one of the best people I've worked with,
hmm.
he joined literally, I think, the day.
Yeah, he missed the storm.
Thing
He
you
missed
left.
the storm. Haganaz is lovely. He's so we need a Haganaz appreciation
Oh,
post,
I
honestly.
know.
I've never met somebody who has so much patience and like is so knowledgeable in so many
So no,
things.
and he works so hard, and he is so friendly and
Exactly. Like,
positive. He's always just building you
you
up.
know, I'd ask
What?
him. I was like, "Hey, Haganaz buddy, I don't mean to bother you. Is there any chance you'd be able to like do this within the next couple of weeks?" And then, I open a message the next morning when I wake up, and I've got a message from Haganaz at
Yeah.
6:30 a.m. being like, "Hey, I stayed up all night doing this for you."
Mate, what? Haganaz's sleep schedule. I don't know what the man does.
I
I wish
for
I wish to know how he manages.
I for the longest time used to think that he was on the other side of the
Yeah,
equator.
yeah, yeah. I thought he
Or
was.
not the equator, sorry, on the other side of the world, as in west or east or somewhere,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't understand how he'd be like awake at 9 a.m. but then, gone from 10 till 7
Yeah,
p.m.
yeah. Oh, crazy guy. Love him.
Absolutely love him. Absolutely love him.
So what I
Oh,
said earlier, by the way, about blocking out all this colour, I'm not actually doing that anymore. I'm just sort of going straight in with some shading, just so you guys can sort of see what I'm doing. Because otherwise, I'll block out this character for the whole stream, and that'll be a little bit boring. So I'm going with some more sort of with an opacity brush, sort of building up these layers of colour to get this nice armour
no,
shine.
Wait, was Haganaz the one that did the War of the Ring?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
that's
Wow.
and I think, what did he apply for? I think he applied as I can't remember what a UI artist. He applied as a UI artist.
Yeah, I mean that's originally what he was
Yeah,
doing,
and
yeah.
he smashed the UIs out in amazing time. Um,
Oh, yeah, I completely forgot he was doing all the.
Man, I
Are they all
completely.
done now?
I don't know. Let's just check.
I mean, he must be on a
Um,
break or something.
oh, I've just turned our music off. That's very stupid.
Was
UI
there music
battle
on in the
UI.
first place?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, could you not hear it
Oh,
on
right.
the?
No, I could. I just hit muted and I was listening to your voice.
Oh, right.
For some
Oh
reason,
yeah,
I didn't
that
get the
must
connection.
that makes sense. So we've got battle UI. It's a nice little sneak peek here into how many concepts we have left, which is it's getting low now.
Is that scary for you?
No, there's plenty to be doing. Battle UI.
What outside of concepts?
Oh yeah, we've got. There's once we finish unit concepts.
Oh.
There's custom general concepts. There's architectural UI. There's promotional loading screens. Loads and loads of stuff for our 2D guys.
Damn.
And we can force them to learn 3D.
Remember, your people can see your screen, Maeron. Zahn just said that. Are you allowed to show this?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just. You could work.
Yeah,
it
I feel
out.
like you would be able to.
It's just a tally of what concepts are left, but you can see that on the Trello.
I'm currently in the process of encouraging the creation of the map lead role. No reason behind it. Just, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think that's a really important part, actually. I think it's an underappreciated part of the maps, because that, when I think Dale was our first proper custom map.
Yeah.
And when we loaded that up for the first time, that felt so cool.
Yeah, to be honest,
it was another level of immersion.
The thing that I find quite weird is just the fact that the mapping department and the animation department lacks any person to sort of just be like, yeah, that or that, let's do that. Like, especially the animation team have been struggling with this because they have nobody to tell them or take control.
Yeah. I guess Victimize and Haganaz do their best, but they're not doing the animations in the end. I know what you mean.
Either way, it is what it is.
Well, open message to any of you. If you guys are pro animators or modelers or 2D artists or anything, do consider having a look at our recruitment channel on our Discord, because there's loads of things you can help us out with. And the more people we get, the quicker we get this project out, which would be amazing.
Exactly. Especially animating, please.
Oh yeah, please. We beg you.
Honestly, Maeron, I'm convinced we would have finished 4 times over if we had somebody to sort of just set the direction. That seems to be such a big issue, but I just can't be bothered to voice my arguments.
I guess we don't have time. There's no one that has the time to do that. Because Slurnice is, I think Slurnice is regarded as the lead animator, but he doesn't have much time, and
Yeah. I mean, guys, let me just say to everyone in chat, if you don't have any skills whatsoever in terms of 3D, the 3D industry or the whatever game industry, blah blah blah, the easiest thing you could pick up is learning to make maps. You can do whatever you want with it. You can do whatever you want with it. You've already got the assets in the program. You just click things and you place them down and you click some more and the ground goes up and you click some more and all of a sudden there's trees and water. And it doesn't require any super intelligent knowledge. So I'm just saying. You could. You could.
Yeah, and I think at the moment we've only got one custom architecture set as such in game, which is of course Gondor. So that's why there's so many Gondor maps and so little of everything else.
We've just finished, haven't we? Technically, well, okay, excluding Pelargir, Osgiliath, and Minas Tirith.
Yeah.
Gondor is now with the maps that. Actually, I don't really know. How much have I previewed? Let me just quickly go check the preview chat and shut up before then.
Yeah, but I think.
Oh, I haven't.
The other big one.
Yeah, I didn't say any. I completely forgot. I haven't previewed that yet. I think I just
essentially all the ones that are named and the big ones, and of course the ones we see in the films, haven't been made or finished yet.
One maybe.
One may be finished. Yeah.
Maybe is finished. Maybe isn't finished. Who knows?
Not the one that you forgot to say, of course.
Not that one.
No.
No.
That's not.
I think Caer Andros is the only one that you could kind of consider major,
Oh, yeah,
but
that's like a... Yeah, I
it's
agree,
like
actually,
semi.
yeah, I agree.
I think the one I'm most excited for is Pelargir.
Yeah.
More than Minas Tirith, just because
Oh, I know. Minas Tirith, I think, will trump it for me.
it's gonna be lovely to look at, but I just know there's gonna be like so many technical issues getting there.
Oh yeah, fighting on it, I think, may be quite the struggle. Slogging
I'm
up all 7
absolutely gonna
levels.
lay. I'm absolutely gonna lay claim to that. I'm not even gonna have a debate with anyone. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, listen.
Yeah.
I've been waiting 3
3
years.
years.
Get out of my way.
And yeah, to the chat, I do deeply apologise. I've been working on this, and I haven't been paying attention to you. I'm terribly sorry.
There hasn't been that many questions. I've been looking at it.
Okay,
Minas
right.
Ithil isn't technically for Gondor. That would be.
Yeah. Although we're
Minas
making a
Morgul.
clean, cleansed version, aren't we, as well?
I think that's going to be a submod. But I'm excited for that. It looks really cool.
I don't know. I think it'd be cool to. Well, can you change a map if a faction claims it?
I don't know. Do you know what? Every time I've said no, Jox has been come around and been like, no, you're wrong. So maybe,
Yeah.
but if we do make the cleansed version, it would look like really different to that. So I think that one will have to still come out as a submod.
That's true. Or just like a custom battle map.
Yeah. What? So what? We've previewed, the secret ones, right? I don't think they're secret anymore.
The
big dwarvy boy.
Oh, Moria.
Right, yeah.
Oh, that we had the 10k special on that.
And then Helm's Deep has been previewed, right? Technically.
The Blockout, yeah, and
The
Isengard.
Blockout.
Isengard's been. I mean, I don't think any work has happened on them actually any more than what's been previewed.
Yeah.
Sadly.
I just really want to get Helm's Deep in game, not because I don't know. I just think it'd be cool. It's also quite low effort from a mapper's point of view. There isn't a lot to do.
I don't know. I think we're going to add some. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know the plans, but I thought the plans were to add some passages behind and stuff, which would be really.
I'm not
cool.
really sure. I think we'll have to see when it comes to that. I haven't really been told anything about it. The only thing I've been given is the blockout.
Right.
So.
It's big, folks. It is really, really big.
Good. I know some people are going to be like, "Oh, it's too big. It should be smaller, like in the movie as well." If you want to play on the most grindy, boring map ever, fine.
Also, a map where units can't fit in the streets properly.
Yeah. I think we've got a good level of scale.
It's big, but it still feels like Helm's Deep.
Yeah.
I really thought that was
Glittering caves. Oh god, are we gonna do that?
That would be cool.
Then we'd have to have a whole custom mountain model, though, right? Like the whole mountains would have to be a custom model. Good luck to whoever makes that.
Yeah, you've said it now. Haganaz is going to make it by tomorrow morning.
Keep him away from the stream. Don't let him sit here.
Oh, we're not complaining. Haganaz, do your thing. Work your magic.
I just really want someone to bring those cliffs I've been waiting for in game. I'm so desperate. I'm so desperate because that's literally the one thing stopping the completion of the Secret Boy, as well as stairs. But that's it.
Yeah, for sure.
Other special maps. I assume Minas Tirith would be more accurate to movie size because that's already quite large.
Yeah, I think so.
Helm's Deep is
going
going
to be able to do secondary and tertiary gates and stuff. I don't think
it's alright. We can use gatehouses without gates. It'll be okay. Yeah. And then Helm's Deep, I think, has been slightly like what is there like somewhere where it's officially stated what the dimensions of Helm's Deep are?
No, I think we were going on the movie scale. But
well, I think ours is just slightly more stretched than the movie, right?
Picture it like this: 10,000 orcs standing in front of Minas Tirith, in front of Helm's Deep, looks tiny.
Do they?
On our map, yeah.
I haven't. Yeah,
It
that's
looks
what I was curious about.
so small.
But I'm also convinced that Helm's Deep in the movie consistently changes size. Like I'm
Yeah,
just
I
it
guess
just
actually.
it looks like when you have the first 10,000 orcs coming in, like the passageway looks so narrow, right? But then
Mm.
when everyone's charging down the hill, it looks a lot bigger.
I don't know. It couldn't have been though, because they actually built that.
Oh,
They
oh
built the
yeah, they
whole
used the
thing,
miniature,
and
didn't they?
they built a miniature, but they also built a full scale set of the whole castle, as far as I know.
As in,
And
you know, full scale, as in the size of how it actually would be.
yeah, or at least sections of it, because
Surely not.
they shot Helm's Deep over 40 nights or something.
Oh my god.
Which was
Okay.
yeah.
Well, then it's a lot bigger than the movie one. You'd love to see some Elven Maps, wouldn't we all?
Yeah, Elven
Wouldn't we
Maps
all?
is going to be heavy on custom architecture.
Yeah.
But
How much of this,
I mean,
like,
once we have the custom architecture, we can do what we did for Gondor and just make loads and loads of maps. Same
yeah.
with, same with.
I'm
Dwarven.
practically, it's actually quite hopeful that from when the next architecture set for a faction comes out, progress from that point forward in terms of getting other unique faction architecture should be faster. Because we do
Yeah,
have a much bigger team on it
yeah,
now,
yeah, for sure.
and we have a Haganaz, which is basically
Oh wow,
90% of
let him loose.
the work.
And also, once unit modelers finish, then they're going to move to architecture, which is granted still quite a ways away.
I can't wait for Frosty to just not move to architecture and just, make his goat submod. That would be
Yeah.
pretty funny.
He's got Ered Learn to work on next.
Mm.
Although he's doing an Erebor rework at the moment, which is really cool. I think they were
Is he?
Yeah, he like some of his really early units.
Oh right, yeah, that's fair enough
And
because
the
he
rework
knows
ones,
himself
yeah,
that his late units were a lot better than his early
yeah,
ones.
yeah. Although to be honest, his first units, the tier 3, right? They're actually
But
my
somehow
favorite.
the best.
Absolutely my favorite. I don't know. I think he spent ages perfecting.
Yeah,
Just that,
that's
and then
why
he
though. He spent
discovered.
so long on those. Like I
Yeah,
can't.
yeah, yeah.
The amount of times that we got new previews after new previews and then different previews and then
Yeah,
just a million other
he
things.
remade them a lot.
Mm.
But then he sort of discovered, actually, I can do this faster. And now he's just sort of mixing that with more quality.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing. Absolute gift. To,
Hmm.
we would probably still be on 2 updates a year if it wasn't for him.
Probably, to be honest. He is really a powerhouse.
Yeah, for sure.
He is really a powerhouse.
Would Easterlings get their own
I
custom
think-
buildings? Yes, I think so. Oh no, we're going to use... What was the discussion on Easterling buildings?
Okay, so I think with Easterlings and Harad, they're going to get like some custom buildings to sort of accentuate the architecture sets that already exist. But basically, something that's been recently done is this was done like a year and a half ago, but it was scrapped because there was basically a lot of issues for it. I was like still really advocating for it to be included because I thought it looked a lot cooler, but the general consensus was no. So we basically changed the default Sassanid texture set, which is all like the yellowy buildings that you see in game, and it was edited to make it all of the buildings completely orange and red, like not orange as in an ugly orange, but like a sandy orange. So now Haganaz, of course, Haganaz has come back and fixed all those issues. All of the maps with Easterling / Harad architecture, that custom maps will have the textures now changed. And also the default in-game maps, so even like stuff like Kath, for example, which is a Sassanid city, it will kind of look like a Sassanid map because all of the buildings are going to be red and orange. So even the default maps are going to look pretty cool now for the Easterlings / Harad.
Okay.
Tents would make that faction quick. Blech. No.
I think tents would suit like Canned because they're kind of like Mongols.
hand makes me sick.
Don't tell Alter that.
Oh man.
I'm glad we did the Candice rework actually.
Yeah, it's definitely nice. You know, I think this is the first time in sort of the history of me being in this team that I've like been overwhelmed by the potential amount of work that I've sort of got coming up.
Yeah. Well, in terms of real life,
in terms of
in
mapping,
terms of the mod.
in terms of mapping.
Yeah.
Because sort of I went on this spree of like usually my motivation comes on like a few monthly basis. It comes for a month and goes away for a few, but this is like I'm 5 maps down now, and I think just the idea that I've still got like 2 really big tasks to undertake, no, 3 really big tasks to undertake in the near future has just been like, alright, you got to stick around until they're done.
Yeah.
Obviously nobody in chat's gonna know what I mean. I don't even think you're gonna know what I mean, but
2 big tasks. I don't know.
3.
I know what...
I'll send you a quick DM. You're gonna have to. Oh, is that gonna pop up on your screen?
It might do.
Let me just. I'll just give it a test. Wait. Hello.
Oh no, it's popping on my laptop, but not on my screen.
Okay. Those are the 3.
Ah, right. Oh, I didn't know about the 3rd one actually, or the first one. Sorry.
Yeah, that's the. There was an intern doing that stuff, but he sort of.
He looked really good
he's...
actually. I think he was. I think what he was doing, he wasn't using a texture atlas. He was sculpting everything in high poly.
Oh.
Which is amazing. They look really, really detailed. I think.
Yeah.
I think he's still around though, just working on something else. But those could also be used on other maps.
Yeah, of course. Oh, that thing that happened in... so much limiting. Like, the stuff that X-Holy just did recently took me by such surprise.
That was
what
amazing.
on earth? Yeah. It just sucks because it's come after I've basically completed something.
Yeah. Well, how easy is it to just sort of go in and adjust that and pop that in?
I mean, I could definitely like to completely do a complete overhaul and like make these buildings present in the whole city would be a lot of work. Dolemroth, ooh, too late. Too late.
Oh, alas.
Dinner was served.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh no. How many people do you think heard that?
64 people heard that.
Was it very obvious? Slightly annoying.
I don't know. Well, we shall see.
Okay. Well, okay. It wasn't the most classified thing in the world. I was honestly able to I was allowed to preview it like literally whenever I wanted. So it's not technically it was classified until I just previewed it. So it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Well,
it's okay.
Here's a test of how good our audience is at keeping secrets.
None of them have said anything yet.
Be careful. We know where you all live. If you spill the beans.
It's okay. But anyways, what I was saying is, it was the map that I was making was probably that's like by far taken me the longest time out of any map I've ever made. That must have gone into the near 40 hours region.
Yeah. It looks
for
good.
that one map.
And the other one,
yeah, it's just because it's so big, and so replacing all the buildings would have taken a lot of time.
Oh, is that with the destruction animations? Or was I not meant to say that?
No, wait, I'm not sure what you mean.
Implementing destruction animations for all the buildings.
Oh, no, I don't mean like that. I just mean replacing the buildings that I have in Dol Amroth with others, or whatever, or like doing reworks.
Well, the one that X-Holy did recently seems like more of a grand thing.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It could be replaced in like the some areas, and I already have those areas in mind.
Yeah.
Anyways, whatever we do,
what is going on in the
don't
chat?
Tell Jocks what happened.
Yeah.
Jocks
is saying time to remove him from the team. Unprofessional.
I don't even see these. Where are these?
Haganaz is Aule the Smith. Absolutely.
Is there like a secret chat that I can't see here?
No. That's Elegy said that.
I can't see it. I don't know if I'm going crazy. Oh, right there. Never mind.
And again, apologies to people who I haven't been able to answer in the comments. Do watch out that the moderators are here in force today, so they will surely get your comments.
Now you know what you mean. Okay. Well, fine. Just because I've basically ruined it today, you guys are gonna get a preview on the city probably today or tomorrow. I really want these cliffs, and then I'm gonna do it. That's what I'm waiting for, because they're just gonna look so cool, and I can't get myself to start doing the preview without it.
Oh yes, you're getting like specific cliffs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And then there's one more piece of architecture that I need, which I'm not gonna say, and that's it. That's it.
Oh
so.
yeah, I know the one.
Hmm.
For the White Swan, Massey, you're not meant to say that. You're not meant to say that, Massey.
It's okay. So actually, he's just reminded me there's 2 pieces of architecture I need. So I still need flags.
Banners.
Yeah. No.
A Dol Amroth banner is the only sign we see in the films of them. There is actually a Dol Amroth banner flying at Aragorn's coronation, for those of you who don't know. Fun little fact.
Did Third Age ever have a Dol Amroth map?
I don't know, actually.
I'm quite confused, like, because I can't find any examples of it. I'm seeing that Third Age Reforged has posted.
That's true, actually. When I was searching for them, they came up with the Minecraft one and some, like, I don't know, Skyrim kind of one. But I didn't see a Third Age.
Honestly, there is one thing about the Third Age map that I kind of want to just rip straight off them. They have like on the docks, they have like curved white docks which come out instead of like the straight ones that we have in game, and I just think it would look kind of cool.
That would be cool, yeah. What I think will really make them is when we have ship models.
Oh shit! Right.
Ship models, so you can have like these massive galleons like anchored in the bay.
Yeah. I have to admit, right, as much as Third Age Reforged is a nice mod, what the fuck were they thinking for the Caer Andros map?
I don't know, I don't play it. The visuals, I have issues with some of the visuals for Third Age because of the fact they sort of ignore practical physics.
The thing I have issues with is just some of the maps that they seem to just be like, eh. They just don't really care about.
Yeah,
like, Caer Andros, right, for Reforged, it's just odd. I'm gonna send you a photo of it, and it just does not look like a iconic settlement in the slightest.
Oh, right. Oh yeah, that's a bit underwhelming, don't lie. I mean, it's geared for multiplayer, I guess, so that
yeah, but that's not even geared for multiplayer. You've got just 2 bridges that can be held so easily.
That's true. That's not... I mean, I think, will we make Caer Andros assaultable by navy? Because that might be really cool.
I don't think you're going to be able to, because the whole back is a cliff face, so like there's going to be nowhere to land. You'll probably be able to... So I think the thing with, like, things is we'll... Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, someone's coming over.
Oh, Energy, how you doing?
I'm very fine, thank you. Just a bit hot here.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I just, you know, I'm seeing your temperature there in England. I envy you, honestly, man.
What's the temperature now?
Well, it's well there where you are, it's 21 degrees.
Oh no, where you are?
Yeah, where I am, it's like 35 or something. Just because it's, you know,
in the evening, 35 in the evening.
Yeah, it's crazy, you know. Italy is really getting the worst of it.
Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Man, that's horrible. It's the like really sticky kind of unpleasant heat?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And yeah, I just, you know, I wanted to join in because, you know, I saw all of these questions in the chat.
Yeah.
You know,
Save
I
us,
just
Energy.
wanted
Save
to...
us.
Yeah. Yeah, no worries. And Lalo was also answering, so...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we've done one too little. Yes, so apologies to people in the chat who I've missed their questions. Elegies come to the rescue.
Yeah, so basically, I don't know, people in the chat got a lot of previews, as I understand it.
Mm.
A lot of informations.
Secret information.
Yeah, secret information. And together with the, you know, the document, the Google document with the list of the 2D concepts.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not really a preview. I guess you can. There's some stuff on there, but I don't think because you can work it out by looking at. You can work it out by looking at the Trello, which, of course, if you are new here, is our roadmap. So do have a look in the description for the Trello, where you can see all our units and our factions and rosters. And
Yeah,
join our
basically
Discord.
the only thing that you guys don't know is the let's say the priority for the campaign of the factions, which
Yes.
does not
I didn't
resemble
think
the
about that.
priority we work on, because in the end, we just have a rad missing as an entire faction for the, and of course like bits and bobs of units here and there that are missing.
Easterlings. And I think the Gondor rework right now is the biggest thing that's missing.
Exactly. And so a lot of people in the chat, a lot of questions. Let's see if there's something we can answer. And of course, Jean is saying Greece, am I a joke to you? Well, yes, of course. Like all the Mediterranean countries are getting the worst of it.
Anyone there who's suffering, I do hope you're all right.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm back.
Hello there.
Hi.
Like, I think Syracuse yesterday got 48 degrees, almost 49, which was pretty bad,
And this is Celsius for our American listeners.
Celsius, of course. The only usable method.
Oh yes, the right one,
Mordor.
The correct one.
Hi.
And right, let's try and work out Aragorn's pauldron, because annoyingly in my reference shots I couldn't find a single shot of his whole thing. So we're going to have to try and work it out from this limited photo, which is annoying.
By the way, sorry that I just wanted to respond to a question that was asked a while ago before I had to quickly speak to my brother. How are you guys making these maps? Are there any lore maps of... Are they all Euro? Okay, that was worded quite weirdly, but I get you right here. So, there's going to be, for Gondor, 4 maps that are fully based off lore in technicality. So you have Minas Tirith, Pelegir, Caer Andros, and Dol Amroth, which are the big ones. Oh, and Osgiliath. So 5, which are like heavily integrated with the lore. And the rest of them...
if you count that.
Yeah, Minas Morgul if you count it. And the rest of them are sort of an integration of Maestro, who's our lore expert's ideas, and like the little information that there is on these cities in the lore itself. So Maestro sort of merges those together, makes a concept, and I follow that concept, or get inspiration from it and go from there. So yeah, that's it.
There you go.
Yeah, and I was actually thinking of previewing that destruction animation that we got yesterday. Like a short.
Yeah, let's go for it. I mean, that was really cool.
It was really cool. Maybe when it's done.
For anyone
Minas Tirith will not have the black walls.
Have we definitely decided on that?
Minister.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe we can make a darker texture, like a slightly darker texture, because like in Divide and Conquer they made this because of course it's only the first wall, the first level that has those darker walls. So yeah, and will Eneth Anun be
Possibly.
a map?
Possibly. It'll be a land battle.
Which one is Eneth Anun?
It's the one where they...
Faramir's,
on hand.
Faramir's camp, right?
Company,
Ah, yeah, okay, yeah.
It'll probably be a land battle, but in the future, that's not really the priority.
I think you can make quite a. Like, I don't think the caves will play quite a big part in that. It's more of like a wooded thing, and you can put that Haradrim ambush bit in as well and stuff.
Javier, Ted Nasmith made a Dolomrothal map on what? On 3rd Age?
No, he's an artist.
Oh yeah, he's
a
a painter.
Yeah.
Okay, I had no idea about that.
He made a Dol Amroth painting.
Wow, that's his? Oh crap! I had no idea these concepts were his. That's really cool. I've been using that as well, some inspiration. Oh, he also made the one for oh, what's it called? The Elven city stuck between the mountains. Gondolin.
Gondolin.
Oh, yeah, Gondolin.
Oh, even if it's for a submod, I want to make that map at one point. That'll be so cool.
Submod or first stage campaign.
Oh yeah.
In 10 years' time.
You know, I have to admit, the day that sort of we as a team achieve everything we wanted to with this mod, like, and sort of call it quits, is gonna be such a weird day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, for the last 3 years, okay, of being in this team, I've like gotten up every day, and it's just in my routine. I'll like give myself 10 minutes, go freshen up, come back, turn on my phone, check my messages, check Discord, and just go through all the team channels to see what's been going on.
Yeah.
And that's been like a key part of my morning. If I don't have that anymore, I think I will go mad. Like, that's just quite scary, to be honest. Quite scary.
I'll be honest, all the other teams I've worked in 3 other mod teams. It's not the same.
Who for?
Not the same. I started off with Last Alliance, and then I'm currently in Conquest and Divide.
I had no idea you did the Last Alliance.
Yeah, it was ages ago. It was with Edred. And I was doing like watercolor ink sketches and stuff for them.
Yeah.
Didn't know digital then.
Ost in Edhill. Oh, that's the Elven city, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that going to be in the mods? Is that in our...
Yeah, that's like a ruined Elven... That's where the rings were forged, but then it got ruined, so...
Guys, I just want to ask everyone in chat, what is your favourite, like, 3rd Age maps, just visually, excluding Minas Tirith, if anyone in sort of the chat watching has played 3rd Age? Because I'm curious. Because 3rd Age Reforged has this obsession with doing, like, landscape maps that I really just dislike, where they, like, bring up the landscape and, like, use the land as walls.
Oh, I'm not so sure on that, yeah.
It's just
kind
very
of like
odd.
Our Road to Gundabad, but that one feels quite natural, actually.
Yeah, but Road to Gundabad isn't a city. The landscape maps are like cities with, like, walls of dirt as defences, and these walls of dirt are huge. They're, like, bigger than a normal wall. So it's just very odd.
Not so sure on that one.
Yeah.
But their practicality isn't the best.
Yeah, maybe it's just because of of the multiplayer focus of the mod.
Maybe. Dodgy Kingdom. I don't think we've actually fully decided on that yet. Could sort of go with either approach. I don't think there's anything concrete on that. I love the Dwarven maps with usable walls. Yeah, that's something I'm really going to push for, actually. I know that there isn't a lot of sort of, like, concrete ideas on Dwarven settlements, but I'm definitely going to push for some sort of, like, maybe sort of, I don't know, mining camps that have been, like, entrenched in fortifications and stuff like that, because I do want there to be a lot of...
fortified mine.
Yeah, like fortified mines with like mountable walls, even if those walls are low.
Yeah, but then sort of made into a settlement as well.
Exactly.
I think that'd be cool.
Because I really don't entirely like the idea of having like Moria, Erebor, and then the rest is just like, whatever. I don't even know what it would be.
I'd be happy to do some concepts for that because that sounds really cool.
Definitely.
Philip's joining.
Rebuilt
5 minutes.
Annuminas.
Oh, I love that. Lovely.
Annuminas. Wait, who's joining in 5 minutes?
Phillip Henry, that's the assassin, one of our TV interns.
Oh, dope.
Schnitzel
Whoa!
Boy has joined the stream.
Ah, nice to have you. Schnitzel
One of
Boy
our
is
3D developers.
yeah. He is holding the fort while Manu's away.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, he's doing some really, really good work at the moment.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know or you weren't here, right, in sort of the old days, Manu was the original Thirsty. And it's quite funny because they're complete opposites. Thirsty was the dwarf man and Manu was the elf man. Manu sort of just came in and did everything practically within a few months at like an insane speed that nobody else could match. He'd sort of just wake up and model and do all of that, and then he sort of went away, and then Thirsty came in and did the exact same thing, but just for the dwarves. Boom, Dane tools.
I played some Erebor in Divide and Conquer like yesterday when I finally got access to my PC. And I think some of the best maps were like, you know, in the Heredmitry. I can't remember the name of one of the maps. It wasn't Dane's Souls, but Dane's Souls as well was amazing.
Like I think the third age maps are cool, right? But the one thing I've noticed, which is something I guess I sort of like just got pushed into my work routine because of Doomon, is that the settlements in third age are like very, very low detail for the most of the parts, excluding like the fact that obviously they can't put as much on the map because of lag or whatever. But like some maps
they don't
just
really
have
put
like
much
no
effort
buildings
into,
on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what the main problem is? Like, you know, for as much as we have issues with the AI in Attila, they have a bunch more. Like,
really?
in the end, you can't really place troops in the settlement because in the end they are always gonna bag out. So you always have to, you know, remove buildings and stuff. So in the end, you have these very open settlements because in the end there is no other choice because you have to, you know, get it open for the AI for pathfinding, and also of course for you know, placing troops directly because in the end you have to start a battle before placing them because it's, you know, it's gonna be hell.
One thing that I actually really want to see is the Black Gate in this mod, because obviously we had that model that we sort of previewed quite a long time ago, but then it was sort of just left in the ashes and nobody really touched it. Oh, gifts.
I remember Jock saying that it was maybe only for a campaign map.
Yeah, but I think it was because the poly
was a bit low poly.
It was too high.
Yeah, okay.
Ah, right, that's
so
that's
it just has to, you know,
There we go. Finding reference images is really tricky. Finding high quality, high resolution Lord of the Rings images is horrible.
Have you ever tried to use instruments in Google search?
Instruments?
Yeah, just go to the Google bar. And of course I'm seeing everything.
Guys, I hate to cut you off, but I actually have to go. So I'll love you and leave you.
Oh, it was good.
I hope you guys enjoy.
By, man.
Yeah. I'll see everyone later. Enjoy yourselves, guys.
See ya.
Bye, man. See ya. So basically, when you are searching for something on Google, you can use this, you know, this kind of toolbar at the end of, you know, you have images, news, videos, whatever. And then you have something when you look for images. Just try, you know, something like Aragorn's crown again, if you want. Everything is delayed because, of course, I'm watching the stream. Just look for Aragorn's crown or something.
Oh, you mean the size? You can search for large images.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I should do that actually.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Would you make your own Nazgul or just Kamul and the Witch King? For now, only Kamul and the Witch King and generic Nazguls. Because we don't really enjoy having all of them with different, you know, some of those Hobbit designs were a bit, you know, weird. Yeah, so it's right there. Yeah, exactly, size.
And also that's a lot of work for our custom, for our unit makers when they should be focusing on units, not generals.
Yeah, exactly. I think the same approach we will do that with Kamul. If he wasn't the faction leader and if Aldur wasn't making it. So, you know, we'll have only had the Witch King as a custom model, with the others being just generic ones. But you never know. The Nazguls are pretty cool if you want to write some kind of history behind them. I really loved what Divide and Conquer did with them. So, you know, but in the end, they just look plain Nazgul. So, you know, at some point we might want to, you know, make our own backgrounds. Yeah, and Onazanar was that was pretty cool map. I played it yesterday night. Then in the end, I got into this battle with you know, the spawning how's it called, the Last Stand army of Gundabad. And then, you know, I had something like Gimli defending Barzakul, and Dane coming in as reinforcements, and Dane got killed.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Channeling your inner Arachir then.
Yeah, exactly. I really felt like that.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't looking, because there were so many units in the map, and I was like, you know, what's gonna happen? He has Sons of the Fallen, so you know, pretty great. And in the end, he went against like Orc Avengers or something like that. So I think it's a shock unit, so in the end they just wrecked him.
I think they.
And I was seeing this little battle that, you know, kept going on between two of my units that sandwiched this Gundabad unit, and I was like, why is it taking so long? And then in the end, I got the message that King Dane was long live Thorin, I guess.
That's what I'm doing. And whenever I'm playing multiplayer, I just sort of stop and look at the units as they're walking past, and I always lose.
Yeah, exactly.
Impressive. Marcus Newman is suggesting Berzakul. See, I can't name these off the top of my head. Picture the
Berzakul is the one in the lake, just
cool.
right
that's
or
cool.
east from Gundabad. It's pretty cool, but I don't know. I like some other maps more. So yeah, Galudis here too. I really didn't want to, but you know, if you watch Galu, of course you have these.
Oh no, it's a running joke. No, we both love it.
Yeah, it's a running joke.
Although he killed off Oin today. Oh, it's a spoiler. I shouldn't spoil.
Yeah. So yeah, this unit is looking pretty cool. And so they're going to have some kind of flag on the spear or something.
Yeah, like the Swan Knights, they have a sort of flag wrapped round the spear.
Oh yeah.
So it sort of gets around that issue of cloth not being animated.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, folks, let me know what you think of it. Any feedback, of course, is much appreciated. But yes, it's been chosen by our tournament champion Pepi. The only instructions he's really given me is to make them look like the Lords of Westerness. For those of you who are new, this is the Lords of Westerness. One of my favourite Arnor concepts, or in general, concepts as a whole. And I think it took me 3 months to do these guys because of all this insane detail on the chess piece.
Yeah.
Very happy with them.
Karpov has joined the chat as one of the most active members in our Discord. Yeah.
Welcome.
Will Gimli or Gloin be a general in this mod? We don't know. I'm 100% sure that Gimli will be. I think Gloin as well, but you know, we're just giving some kind of skeleton of custom generals. Because they're not as important as the rest of the units.
was Gloin? I mean, was Gloin particularly? I guess he was a big figure because of he was trusted to come to the Council of Elrond.
Hey guys.
Hey man.
Oh, hello. How you doing?
I'm fine. Do I see feathers on the helmet? I love it.
Hang on, that might be. There we go. Yeah, it's sort of like Elendil's helmet, which has a metal thing here, but I've replaced them with Fountain Guard style feathers.
Have you considered adding the royal coat, like in my sketch? Or is it too far away from the?
Assassin, you're a bit loud, I think. I think Maeron is.
Oh no, I've adjusted. Don't worry.
Okay.
Although let me know, of course, chat if that.
Yeah,
is
chat.
okay.
Sorry guys, I have a loud voice.
Don't worry. There you were saying.
Have you considered adding the royal coat like in my sketch before I joined?
Oh, like a.
Or is it too far away from the Lords of Westerners?
Do you mean like a thing that goes over the armor, like Isildur?
Yeah, over the
Like this...
chest plate.
Oh, at the sides or
so
at the front
left,
as well?
left and right from the chest plate.
Yeah, like Attila. Yeah, I can do that as a variant. I think I was planning on doing that as a variant. I'll do, I think, 2 or 3 designs for these guys.
By the way, it's really frustrating seeing the shading you did before and that time you did it.
No, it's a practice thing, to be honest.
Yeah, I know.
Like, the more you... Because my hands are completely familiar with my keyboard now. I know what I'm doing on the keyboard shortcuts and stuff. And that really adds time.
Sadly, I'm laying a bit behind with my script sketches because of the renovation downstairs.
It's annoying, isn't it? I've been in a house move recently, and I've had to do a full-time job, full-time illustration job during a house move.
My hand injury threw me hard behind.
Yeah.
And now I have to catch up.
But it's looking really good, man. I don't know if you want to say what you're working on.
I learned by the best.
No,
You can say if you want. It's not funny. So there are some questions in the chat. Will the Druidine be included at some point? No, not really, I think.
Are they the guys that help Rohan get to
the...
I don't know, I mean, it depends. It depends if we need something extra in that area.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we have the sketch of the map. I don't think, you know, in Divide and Conquer, they included them as an independent army.
Yeah.
Just there, you know. And of course, you can do that in Medieval 2. In Attila, you do other stuff. You know, you can do other things. You can actually build cities when a region is uninhabited. So
right. I mean, to be honest.
And will there be?
Yeah,
go ahead. Sorry.
Like, our campaign stuff is still speculation, educated speculation. I think is a good way of putting it, because we don't know how it's going to turn out either. So everything we say may be changed. You know.
Yeah, it's not like we have a beta already.
Yeah.
We are playing on.
Or do we? No, we don't. We're not going to raise your hopes that high.
Yeah.
We don't.
Will there be custom script for factions? And Durin already answered, yes, there will be scripts. We are actually working on our first script, which of course, like, we are doing it on a vanilla map. So we know that, you know, if everything is working all right, then, you know, just go ahead.
Oh, that's really cool. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah. And I can tell you that it's a very major script.
Love it.
Yeah. And yeah, what else? We have a list of scripts that have already been designed by Master. And actually, you know, that's one of the things that are missing from the faction overviews.
That's true, actually. That's a
But
really
that is,
big part of it, isn't it?
yeah, but
Well,
it
you know,
is
that means
kind of deliberate.
Yeah.
Because
that means more
in the
content
end,
for
you
the
know,
future.
yeah, exactly. Like in the beginning, you know, when we did the Mordor faction overview and the Gondor faction overview, there wasn't any,
Yeah.
you know, script design scripts. So in the end, now we have a very cool list, and we could include it, but I think I discussed it with Maestro, and we chose not to. So we can, you know, grind a little bit more on YouTube and have some more content for you guys.
Yeah. No, we're very keen to grow bigger, just so we can reach more people.
By the way, I love the way we did the Rohan overview with the map and everything.
Thank you.
As you did, I think you did a really good job on that.
Thank you, guys. I mean, it's in the end, it's very similar to the other designs. Just made some things clearer.
I think things were clearer. Things were more interesting. You know, there was more visual. It was less, you know, importance on the charts and stuff. And there was more.
Yeah,
yeah.
That is true. In the end, you know, just during these vacation days, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking how we could improve it. And in the end, you know, we will need a lot of skill to improve them.
Yeah.
Because in the end, it's just visuals, you know. We can't just use the, you know, just units. And when you go to, you know, the buildings, the tech tree, you know, it's always gonna be some Excel.
Yeah, indeed.
You know, until we have them on the campaign itself. And yeah, I was thinking, you know, maybe we could make some kind of dynamic map somewhere with some Adobe After Effects, and then use that.
I think the campaign map shots did really. I think people like that. Although, of course, let us know if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, do take a look. It was myself and Elegy working on that.
Partnering together for the good of the Rohirrim. And of course, like the best thing there was that, you know, Rohan was really, I think, one of the most detailed regions. On the campaign map. So in the end, it was like, you know, just of course we're gonna use that. But you know, when we go over our faction overviews, we are, you know, it depends, because of course, like if we go over, I don't know, the Woodland Realm, I think you could see on the Rohan overview there wasn't, you know, the Mirkwood, so in the end it would just look bad.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So you know, Rohan was actually some of the best ones because we had so many soundtracks for it.
Soundtracks and the map had been done. The campaign had quite a lot of detail.
Yeah. And they weren't even enough, you know. At some point I used some kind of elf because I needed something more peaceful and I didn't want to repeat it. Would you guys change the problem with Attila family tree system? It would really suck if Aragorn, for example, just dies when he becomes too old. Well, of course, we're gonna do something about it. If it, you know, we're just gonna make lifespan longer if we can.
Aren't we changing the length of years to turn so that?
Something. I have no idea.
Honestly, I think
you know,
wasn't there talk about making it each year 12 years, 12 turns?
Yeah,
that is already
we have 12 turns per year.
Yeah, that is already a planned thing.
Yeah, so that would mean that characters just won't die of old age. I don't think.
Yeah, exactly. But of course, like you want to be responsible with your generals.
Yeah.
You don't want to kill them all.
It's not like Troy or anything like that with.
God or even Medieval 2 where you can, you know, add the points.
For sure.
Until they become immortal. Will you be able to sail the river Anduin from the sea to the mountains? Yes, but not until the mountains. I think it's gonna stop at the falls over Auros. And then from there, exactly, you have to land and then start again. So we have many sailable rivers, and of course the Anduin being the major one is going to be sailable.
Yeah, yeah. Quite literally translating to the Great River.
Yeah. Would you be looking for voice actors for custom dialogues? Maybe in the future. I don't think so. Like when we discussed it with Maestro, first of all, changing the voice lines isn't really a priority right now because we have so many things to design, to work on, and we have to do so much work to understand how to change the voice lines. So then you first gotta figure out that what.
It'll be something that adds another layer of, immersion, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it's a huge amount of work, and I think we were discussing using Battle for Middle-earth voices, if we do.
Yeah, it's already, like, when I was talking with Maestro about it, he said, we have so many voice lines, so we're gonna be set for some time.
Yeah, the thing, it would be cool to have unique voice lines. I mean, one hand, I think it would be really cool to have unique voice lines. Another level of uniqueness. Yeah. But then the other side to that is that the quality is going to vary, and we the Battle for Middle-earth stuff is good quality studio stuff. So
yeah,
that'll probably be. But there'll be factions that aren't covered in Battle for Middle-earth, like Anduin Vale or something.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to need custom voice lines.
Yeah, I think we have some. I was thinking about Arnor as well at this point, since we're here.
Arnor has the same as Gondor and Battle for Middle-earth, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think they have some voice lines. I think from the Rise of the Witch King, but I have no idea.
But only Cavian or how that guy was named, which isn't really a lore accurate character. I guess all soldiers are from the Gondor roster.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh, well,
yeah, so in the end, we will have to maybe use.
If you ever need custom Arnor voice lines, I'll be happy.
But in the end, we have a recruitment article on our ModDB, and of course on Discord. So, whenever we need some, we will write it there, and of course make an announcement.
Sure.
Maeron definitely could do one.
Let's go with. Let's get the Uncory up. I'm looking for chainmail. That's useless chainmail, so I don't know why. That's not good chainmail. I'll just draw the chainmail myself from scratch. It's the artist's bane chainmail, I tell you. But yes, regarding voice lines, as soon as we need them, we will of course let you all know, because we know that there's quite a few of you out there keen to do them. So as soon as we need them, if we need them, you'll be told about them.
Yeah, talking about these guys, Easy asked me to, if you can make the custom voice lines of the Untitled.
Untitled will be great.
Yeah, of course they're very old, but they are also very recognizable, and they don't really, I think it's something that we can work on again whenever we have the will to.
Yeah. Once we
in the end, we just need to.
Yeah, we just want to get them out.
Yeah, we just don't want to hear Soldiers of Christ anymore. So.
Yeah.
Will the marshals get a shield?
I don't know, actually. On the Trello it says they don't. They have a lance and a longsword. But I mean, I don't know. I haven't checked with Maestro on that one, actually. I feel they should, right?
In my opinion, yes. A lot of lance cavalry also have shields.
Strange. I guess they'll have a similar shield to these guys here. And to be honest, what I'm thinking is that there's only 2 designs here. This third design can serve as a variant for both these units, so they can both use the same models and just have 3 different variations.
Yeah.
Or something like that. We'll see.
So in the end, it's gonna be shock cab, or what?
Yeah, lance cavalry, I think. Yeah.
Lance cab. Yeah. Yeah, because I was just checking the Knights of Eor, and they don't have a shield.
Knights of Eor, but maybe that's a bug then, or a mistake.
I can't remember, honestly. I was thinking of the first lance cap that came to my mind.
Because all the lance... Actually, every cavalry unit in the game has a shield, don't they?
Cataphracts in vanilla don't have, I guess. But
yeah, also
every
only
Rise of Mordor unit has a shield.
Yeah.
Even the melee cavalry and the spear and everything. So that doesn't make sense.
You guys will fix the problem with marriage and children on the family tree thing. What kind of problem? Like, if you mean like Aragorn marrying someone else that isn't Arwen, I have no idea. I don't think we can script that. Maybe we can start with that, at the beginning, like Divide and Conquer does. But I don't think we can script that unless we make like some random, like in Divide and Conquer. Aragorn is married to a random woman named Arwen, and Elrond only has 2 children. So without Arwen.
Don't worry about annoying
of
us,
course.
Mr. Unclear.
Yeah.
We love questions, really.
Yeah. Keep them coming.
And these armor shots, by the way, for anyone wondering, these are from our special collection that we found of behind-the-scenes costume photos, and it's just been an absolute lifesaver because you can't find these images on the internet.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
The huge Rise of Mordor depository. Have him divorce her and marry a hobbit.
Oh,
Makes
dear.
sense. Better yet, we can make Elwin marry Mary. Yeah, of course, Gimli will marry Galadriel as soon as he cuts Celeborn heads off.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited to see the hobbits, actually. They're going to be so cute running around.
Yeah.
So cute, but so sadly shit.
Maestro is in Florence.
Oh.
Man, I'm so happy. He actually followed some of my suggestions on what to visit. I hope everything went alright. I'm actually home right now, not in Florence, in my hometown.
Oh, with the castle.
Yeah, exactly. The one with the castle that I spanned around.
Yeah, love it.
I'm so proud.
Love it. Oh, I hope you're having a good time, my
Ivar. Yeah, exactly. Of course, I like with the temperature rising in Florence. And yeah, you already conjured up a name for these guys, the Marshals of Annuminas.
One question, actually, Maestro, if you're still around, that we were literally just talking about is, do they have a shield? Because on the Trello it says otherwise, they don't have a shield. But that's the mystery of the day.
I'll tell you if he answers. So guys, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, we have seen quite a big growth, and of course, like we plan to, have a lot of content. I'm actually, drafting our growth strategy for YouTube. So maybe if we can enforce that and try to respect it, we're gonna try to grow up as much as we can.
We've done well. We have done well in 6 months. We've done. I think it was over 8K subscribers in total. We had like 2.5 at the beginning.
Well, YouTube was the way I found back to the mod. I thought for a very long time it would be dead.
Yeah, it's been really instrumental. But we can be better. Always strive to be better.
Now you're channeling your inner jokes.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed.
Will the Arad tribes be Harad, Mumat, which I think you mean Momak, but and Ambar, and which of those will you play? So Arad will have 3 tribes, I think. So the Serpent Tribe, which is the main one, the one you see in the movies. Then the Mahut tribes, which are those that drive, let's say, lead the Momakil.
I like that.
And then you will have Ambar, and you will play as the Serpent Tribe, not as the other ones.
Maestro,
so yes, they should have a shield.
They should have a shield.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Although I haven't thought of shield designs. I will leave that till the next stream, I think, the shield. I'll go away, because I've long since stopped trying to make stuff up on the go, because it traumatizes me.
Growth should be easy, ROM content and cat videos. Yes, of course. We have quite a big collection of cats in the dev team and even moderators team. So we're going to use those and upload them. And some of our cringest stuff will be uploaded.
Cat videos.
I prefer Baby Moomer.
Baby Moomer videos. Yeah. What are we waiting for?
Yeah.
It's going to be the next massive thing.
Yeah.
We won't say any more on that for those of you who don't understand what Baby Moomer is. Baby Moomer is our official server pet, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't unfortunately read your name, but thank you very much.
Vladimir Mostovoy.
Oh,
I think.
very good.
Trying to use whatever Russian I remember.
I didn't know you lived in Russia.
Yeah, I lived there for 6 months on a Erasmus thing.
Oh, pretty cool.
Yeah, it was great. We had all of these conversations in Russians with jokes.
Yeah.
No, we don't actually. We just don't remember any of the language. Maestro saying, I have not looked at what shield they should have balance-wise, so don't worry, but I will be sure to not have you wait another 10 days for that until my break ends up.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. And let us know how are you enjoying Florence and Tuscany. And of course, if you followed my directions. Yeah, so guys, keep the questions coming. We're here to answer them. So while Maeron goes on with his awesome work. Some off-topic questions. I just watched a few scenes from the movies recently and noticed that orcs often do some war chant. Maybe that chant could be used as war cry. I have no idea if it can be linked. Yeah, It will be cool, but I have no idea if a sound can be linked to.
They do shout though. They go "Ah!" when you press it, and I think the Nazgul scream is going to be the one that people want changed.
Yeah, that could be amazing.
Their
with the fear
ability, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be so cool. Oh, Medi,
Thank you, Maddie.
Thank you. Oh, I've missed these streams. It's good to be back, everyone. It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good. Hopefully we will keep it up.
Yeah.
I'll try to push some other people to make some other streams.
I think Leo hinted at a campaign stream this weekend.
Yeah, that will be pretty good.
Which, yeah. I think we know you guys love them, so. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe.
Mr. Unclear, I also love the designs on Gondor fiefdoms. They fit much better now, which is absolutely true. Maeron, you did awesomely on those new designs.
That was my favourite series of concepts to do ever. More than Arnor, I think.
Yeah?
I think so.
And of course from that came out the amazing Dom Maeron.
I will refine him. I promise you for the next overview, I will refine that to look like a finished concept.
Yeah. Guys, let us know if you enjoyed the presence of Dom Maeron on the on the faction overview. Aside from the voice line, I mean, just the cartoon. Yeah. Will the Weaker Orcs get a rework? They will. I think Mega Blue Iron, who's the one who made them in the first place, and then worked on the revamping the Mordor Tier 3. He's working on those, and then we'll see. Also for the Tier 2. Maestro saying abilities probably have a set of 10 or so sounds connected to the ability. Finding that sound is extremely problematic at the moment. All of sound modding is complex, but I might have a solution.
Ooh.
And yeah, that is amazing. But of course, like as I told you before, the changing the audio is pretty long thing to do, and we are prioritizing other stuff.
But you know us, we don't stop. We don't let difficult challenges stop us.
Yeah. Maestro has also a question for you, which is, Maeron, how is our hidden little Photoshop project going? Which I think I know what it is.
It is going well, but I haven't had any time at all the last few days because I've been doing a house move and then I had a job before that. But I've finished now, so I will get that to you soon. Don't you worry.
Amazing.
And I think the people will like that one as well.
Yeah, they will.
For me to learn, is there any reason why you do the C's upwards?
Yeah, with the chainmail. So let me draw you a quick chainmail shirt. You have your sleeves. So I know you're slightly behind. You'll see in a second. You have your chainmail shirt like so, and your rings are going this way, like so, and they don't have seams at this. They usually just keep going that way. And of course, once you bend that,
now you're starting the stream.
Yeah. And if you see when I bend it like so, they sort of just keep curling around. And I mean, to be honest, the way I do mail is a cheating way. If you want to do it really properly, you do every single ring. And drawing mail, let me tell you.
Okay, I see.
It's this nightmare process of I don't even know how to even.
Well, I did the C's on the arm, also to be around the arm and not upwards.
Yeah, no, I used to do that. I think it looks cooler to be around the arm, to be honest. But I think if you want to be accurate, that's the way to do it. I've forgotten how chainmail really works in real life. But if you want to be really accurate, you do every single ring with the highlights and the shadows. But I mean, that sounds.
Here we go, Maeron making the official Olympic symbol
Yeah.
of Rise of Mordor.
Indeed. If you
Mail
want
is
a
horrible
chainmail,
enough to do the C's.
I'd recommend. Oh, why is my thing not working?
Maestro saying, good to know, Maeron. I'll have a quick word with Jocks before Leo's stream. And Hohen asking, great work on Arnor, what's the next dwarf faction? Well, we have only one other dwarf faction plan, which is Ered Luin, or Ered Luin. And they are rostered, and some people are making some designs.
Yeah.
I'll just say that. Just designs, so only 2D. They are very low priority as a faction because they will come with for the campaign at least.
Yeah, sure. But Maestro, I will.
Hey to you.
Ideally. Oh, hello. Hello. How you doing?
What?
Yeah, Maestro, I will get you that concept before Leo's stream at the weekend. Don't worry. Or that secret project. Tio saying use the lasso again to make it work. Oh, yeah, I was having a bit of an issue there. I think I had something tiny selected and I couldn't draw. Ooh, Herad soundtrack. That reminds me, I need to work on something similar.
Tarkov is asking again about the voice lines and the sounds.
I don't know if
it's not an issue of copyright, it's just an issue of time. It's a time-consuming issue. That's it. Like, it's not a priority because it needs a lot of research.
Yeah.
And that's it. We want to focus on designing the campaign first, handling balancing.
Yeah.
At least from what I know from Maestro's work, who is the one who is going to do that research and then eventually change the voice lines.
And even on YouTube and stuff, using the voice lines shouldn't be copyrighted.
Yeah, exactly.
The only
just
want to avoid is music, the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Because that is of course owned by Warner Brothers Music, and that's the ones that they have all the the problems with. And as you can see here, Chainmail it just takes ages and ages, because if you want to do it properly, you should do. I wouldn't say you should ever really draw every single ring with each interlocking detail, unless it's like this close, and it's right in your face. Because from a distance, you can still tell that's chainmail. And we want to do it here as well, don't we? But it is still a pain to have to do every single ring, even if it's not particularly mind-boggling.
Mr. Unclear, I feel the same with Eden mod, but some of the sounds were awesome.
I've actually never played Eden.
They are German mod, so I were a bit in contact with them. But it was way before I started the interest in doing 2D art.
Okay.
And right now I've selected this kind of lock here, this chessboard pattern, which basically means I can't draw anywhere where there isn't already drawing. So I can't draw here, but I can draw here. So that means I don't need to worry about being careful about the edges. I can keep going on these quite wide strokes.
Okay, now I see it in the stream. I need to check that also. Have to get rid of my massive layers.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, see, my use of layers has been criticised because, as you can see, I've got the base of the concept. Oh, you'll see it in a second. Base concept, the golden text at the bottom, the background, and then the sketch, and then all the detail drawing is on one layer.
I have about 20 on the one person in the Grey Company concept.
See, if you're organised when you draw the art, then layers are really good. But I do this annoying thing of jumping between bits. I do a bit of there, and then I decide, actually, no, I'm going to stop doing that and do some work on the other bit. So that, you know, that means the layers always get muddled up.
Yeah, that's the same for me. But I cut it and paste it in the red layer then.
No, I have to do that a lot as well. It's improving though. Oh, Kuldasar, thank you. Glad you're as excited as I am. I think Arnor is just a better looking Gondor. I'll be honest. Their elites just look cooler than the. Well, there is something very beautiful about the simplicity of Gondor's elites.
Also, I love the Rangers, even we didn't have them in the honor roster right now.
Oh yeah, we don't have. Oh no, they're in the Imladris roster, aren't they? The Rangers. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you thinking of doing them after Grey Company?
Sorry. What?
Are you thinking of doing the Ranger concept after the Grey Company?
I think so.
Oh, nice. No, you understand that Arnor.
I simply love coats.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that cloth is a tricky one at first, but once you get it, then you're set.
Tio, I know that feeling with 200 layers.
Gosh, yeah. The project I did for the work I had recently, I think I had 500 layers in the whole file because it was I had to do loads of assets for a character design that each had to be separate, so I had to use layers really carefully there. So I ended up with 500 layers. And the project takes about 3 minutes to load in. Oh, and the Rohan soundtrack. Oh, brilliant, beautiful.
Okay, I counted my layers. Even I merged a lot of them. I still have 24 in Grey Company on that one guy.
I mean, it's not a bad thing, man. It's good if you, and it's probably good if you practice to get in the habit of them. Because I've just not done it, and it's, you know, it's bit me. So I'd recommend sticking with it.
Mr. Anki, is it possible? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to answer some questions.
Yeah,
okay,
I just wanted to read the one of Mr. Anki.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Is it possible to have Navy for Dale, since the shipment will make a good Navy unit? Can you guys say something for this? Don't know what the plan is for that.
Yeah.
My thoughts exactly.
Basically, we are waiting. So of course we will need some custom ships, which aren't as easy to implement as units. And so at some point you will have those. We were just there's just some proposals for which factions will have ships, but of course Arad, Gondor, and
Linden.
I think Linden will have those. I don't know about the others. And about the Istari, which I think Sergio is an Italian guy, actually. So excuse me, but will there be special mechanics for Istari? If you mean something like cool powers, no, there won't be, because Attila doesn't support that kind of stuff. But in the end, you're just gonna have special abilities, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Maestro's saying that, you're working on it. You had a project with many layers. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's annoying that the text layers don't let you stack them, and you have to. It's really annoying. Unless I'm missing something.
Also, I'm working on iPad and PC. Then the text layers really got messed up sometimes when there still were pictures then.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, text layers are annoying. The river Kelduin might not be sailable, so the usability of Dale Nail units will perhaps be limited. Ah, yeah. Would it not be possible to make it sailable though? Because it's a big part of. Well, Lake Town is a big part of sailability is a big part of Lake Town rather.
As well as the connection with the Sea of Rhone, which I really like as a concept. The idea of the inner sea, like Mediterranean Sea of sorts.
Yeah.
I remember watching Easy's campaign. Yeah, sorry.
No, I was just expressing my love of how much I love doing that Moria soundtrack.
Yeah.
Singing that one.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Anyway, go on.
Yeah, no, just saying that I remember watching Easy's campaign on Dorwinium. And the whole idea of conquering the whole Sea of Rhone. And then having all of those inner trades, it's so great. Just makes you feel for real like the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
The idea of having the whole Mediterranean Sea free.
Oh, for sure. Mr. Unclear, I like to hear that. Arnor is one of your favourite factions. It's one of my favourite factions too.
You have two fanboys in the stream here.
Yeah. Maestro is saying Saruman will have very cool campaign mechanics, I can promise. He's not going to be a general, as far as I know, is he?
I have no idea. I think out of all the people we might have doubts about them, going into battle, he's the one, along with Galadriel, who should not be going to battle, because he doesn't.
Galadriel should, to be honest. She goes to battle.
Yeah, but but she just intervenes at the end of the battle just to destroy the walls. So in the end, it's not like she does anything.
Right.
That's just my idea for it. Like Gandalf has to be in the game, of course, because he actually fights battles.
True.
And the other ones are just.
That's true. Yeah. Although I mean, in the lore, she's a warrior, at least in the first stage. I don't know. But yeah.
Is she?
Yeah, she was. I think.
Yeah, because she leads, with the Noldorin. So
Yeah.
maybe I can't
Well,
remember
I
the
think
name
she's.
of the first battle.
The description is like a athlete of worthy, one of the most athletic elves of the Noldor, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
It'll be
Carl
interesting
Johnson
to see.
asking.
Oh,
Yeah,
go on.
go ahead. Sorry.
I was saying it would be interesting to see how the show treats her, because of course you want that connection between, for casual viewers, you want that connection with Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and Galadriel is of course the only one that's around to offer that.
Yeah, and Arnor.
So it'll be interesting to see. Anyway, yeah, go on. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, no, just saying that Carl Johnson asked who will hold the lands of Dorwinion at the start of the campaign. We actually published a preview of the start positions. You can actually see it on YouTube as well. And you will see that Dale is holding some of the land that Dorwinion has in Divide and Conquer. But in the end, it's not like Dorwinion was a real thing.
They're just some jolly people that make wine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, that's why Enid Wythe and stuff isn't a thing for us. A bunch of fishermen or a bunch of winemakers wouldn't be able to go to war like that.
Yeah,
there is
like
some units. If you look at our Dale roster, there's 3 units from Dorwinion.
Yeah.
The Vineland
Hold on.
units. But Jin's saying that Galadriel did indeed not have a role in any of the major wars in the first age. So yeah, there you
go. The show won't be in the first age, right? Or am I wrong there? They posted an image with the 2 trees, but I guess they only will explain it like in Lord of the Rings with the War of the Last Alliance.
Yeah. That's strange, actually. We're getting an advert on our YouTube channel. We shouldn't be getting adverts, should we?
What? Sorry?
We shouldn't be getting adverts on our YouTube channel, should we?
No.
I'm getting an advert here.
We will only get those if we are using some kind of, original sound. Oh. Why?
Mr. Ankley, I'm a bit scared of it, to be honest.
That is strange.
That's strange. Okay, let's treat that as an anomaly. Unless that thing has a strike, but I don't think it does.
Yeah, I'm gonna check right now.
I checked the other day and none of our custom soundtracks have strikes, so that's strange. Yeah. Scared of the show? I don't know. I'm actually very open-minded. Because on one hand you've got Star Wars prequels, Star Wars sequels. That's the epitome, essentially, of failed remakes, right? But then on the other hand, you've got The Mandalorian, which in my eyes is an absolute success of a continuation of the universe. So
hate me, but I still love the prequels also.
Yeah, no, I think they're good as well. And I think the prequels are like The Hobbit in a way. Some people don't like them, some people like them. But yeah, so it could go either way, and we don't know anything about that. The only concrete thing we know is the map, which means it's the Second Age, and that shot of Tyrion and the trees of Arnor.
Yeah, exactly. So guys, when you're saying that they will have short hairs, we don't know that. You don't know that guy is, if it's a guy, if it's a she-elf or something. We don't know anything. So that's great in the end. I think I read that they are using like many different sets just to throw off people, and nothing is coming out, not even from the fake sets.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
I like that though. I like it.
Dodgy Kingdom saying, I'm just worried that another major company will ruin a beloved trilogy. Well, that is not true. In the end, the trilogy will stay the trilogy. You will still, watch it and enjoy it in the same way you always did, because this is a different product. And of course, you have a different...
Yeah. It will never scar my love of the original trilogy.
The good thing is it's based on a book.
Yeah. And the Tolkien
for example,
estate, the Tolkien estate has to, or they have the right to refuse.
Yeah, and for example, the best example in my opinion is the last season of Game of Thrones, which came out before the book and was horrible. So at least they have a point to reference to. So it couldn't be that bad, I guess.
That's true. The story, yeah.
Yeah, but in the end, they had some things for the Game of Thrones show. I mean, of course, Martin was giving them some kind of hints on. Well, I don't think it was actually only hints. It was actually real parts of the story.
I think.
And in the end, we don't have something for the Second Age that resembles the Lord of the Rings. So in the Lord of the Rings, you have dialogues, you have quotes, you have moments.
There's a lot of interpretation.
Yeah, of course.
I think with I forgot what I was going to say. I think I like the concept behind the Game of Thrones season 8.
It was just too
really
fast,
poorly executed.
Yeah,
because that descent into madness just felt so underwhelming. And
absolutely.
If they'd done it slower, maybe over 10 episodes or however many there more.
Best explanation to not spoil anyone. Blah 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 killed the Night King because no one expected it.
That's not that. I think that was a bit disappointing, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
7 seasons of leading to this giant battle, and yet it was over in an episode. They never even, there was no defeat by the army of the dead. They were never defeated. They managed to win.
Yeah, it was just
first time.
I don't know, kill the general and you're done, basically.
Yeah.
Just killing a Mordor army.
Yeah.
I really loved the show from the beginning, and normally I rewatch everything I love, but after season 8 I couldn't start Game of Thrones again because I know how it ends.
Yeah, I'm a binge watcher myself and never watched an episode again.
Yeah, I don't think I'll watch it.
I've watched Doctor House for many times, so how much of a binge watcher I am from that, and that was one of my favorite shows. So not watching it just means that I was really disappointed.
Maestro, guys, I'm going to leave you here. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Maestro's saying he's going to leave. Good luck with the progress while I'm temporarily on a temporary retreat. Rest assured your passion helps greatly in continuing the development of our future campaign game. Oh, thank you.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, Maestro. Have a great rest. You've more than deserved it.
Absolutely. And resting in one of the best places around.
Oh, yeah.
In Tuscany.
I mean, on that note, actually, I'm going to have to finish the stream in about 10 minutes. So any questions, let us know now.
Yeah. So, Carl Johnson, so will there be any mechanic event concerning the wiring or rings of power? That will be the base of one of our future videos for the campaign. So, stay around for that. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And which character are you the most excited to see in the Lord of the Rings Prime show? For me, I will say Celebrimbor. So, guys, we're gonna answer these questions, of course, but if you can keep them Rise of Mordor related, it's better since we have only 10 minutes left.
Yeah, I'd like to see old Aragorn or old Sam telling the story.
Oh, that's a great
be
idea,
honest.
actually. Yeah, I haven't thought of that, but I don't know if there will be some kind of narrator. You know, maybe it could be Galadriel again, because then it makes sense.
Yeah.
That's
I've
a
just
Scandinavia.
I had to go for dinner, but dinner's not going to be ready for a while, so actually I can keep going for as long as like an hour more. Might make a longer stream. So don't worry, folks. I'm going to go for another hour.
Will there be an Easterling campaign overview video? Yes, there will be a campaign overview video for every faction you can play. Is there a plan for United Kingdom script? Yes. The plan is that you will play as the Dunedain Horde faction. Then you will be able to, reunite Arnor first, and then move on to the United Kingdom. Last question, will the works that look amazing on the concept have some advantage against cavalry since they are wolves? I have no idea what the plans for balancing are for the works.
Yeah.
I don't think we will be able to have them, bite and stuff.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool, but I don't think we can. And yeah, it's just going to be, I think, just mounts,
Although it
And then
depends on the
maybe
animations, right? Surely there's sort of combat
but
animations for horses, and they might be idle, but we could make the combat animations for wargs, be sort of snapping their heads and stuff. That might be cool.
Yeah, but maybe without making actual damage.
Yeah. No, I don't think they do damage. Although if we make I think there's warg units that plan without riders.
Yeah,
they would do damage.
Absolutely. Will you have access to both units of Gondor and Arnor as the United Kingdom? We haven't gotten that far yet. And Sparani is on.
Oh, hello! I got your message, by the way. I'll do that after the stream.
So many things to do.
Yeah.
You guys are doing awesome work, and I can't wait for the campaign mod. I actually bought Attila just for your mod. Basically, a lot of people did that, I think. At some point, when we need some more help on something, we will tell CA about that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm actually gonna go myself, so I'm gonna be around maybe on the live stream and watching.
Well, thanks for stopping by. It's been great to be back.
Worries.
Great to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. I will push the other guys to make some more live streams.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and looking good. And good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night, see ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Oh, what a nice guy.
Looks awesome.
Oh, thank you. I don't think I've done a live stream this long ever before.
Normally, you ended about here. Yep.
2 hours. Yeah.
Should be able to form up the mighty empire of Bree. Sadly, Bree only will be a passive faction.
Yeah. As much as I'd love to do a unit roster design for them.
Also have some ideas for them, but sadly, we won't see them too early or never.
Yeah. Just because, again...
Maybe in a submod.
Yeah. Like Enedwaith and like Dorwinion, they wouldn't be able to go to war. It would just be comical, almost. But what I'd like to see is that units are available for the Dunedain, the Northern
Yeah,
Dunedain Rangers.
still have to finish my idea. Have it in there.
Oh yeah, no, I'd like to see that. Because the Breland units, I think hopefully they'll look nice when I design them. So I'd like to see that aesthetic around.
Yeah, I see them as rich guys having full armor but
Yeah.
not capable of fighting.
Yeah, exactly. No, I like the idea of that. Hello Versa, I love the process. Oh well, I'm glad I can show that. I'm glad if any of you have found this, helpful, or you're able to learn from this.
Little boy, how long does it take to finish a concept like this? Do you finish some of them in one sit? At first, I let you answer.
In one sitting, no. So this has gone quite quickly, actually. I have to say, because we've managed to copy and paste some quite detailed bits like the chest plate. But it depends on the amount of detail. This one is going to take a while because look at there's the wings on this and the helmet, all that juicy detail, and that sinks a lot of time.
I answer the question for me in a moment. I just have to check when I start the degree company.
I mean,
I
usually
guess I started the degree company about the time you did the Adonakori.
That was...
And I only have finished one variant.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's your first.
Yeah, it's the first.
Your first one.
And practice makes everything,
Yeah.
but... And currently I haven't time, as I said.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, have to check if it's still in the chat. Someone wanted to take a glimpse in the Grey Company. Oh, can we do it? Can you?
Yeah, we can do it.
I sent you the one I sent in sneak peek. So.
Just now. Matt's saying, if Ewoks can beat the Empire, then Bree can march to war. That is very true. And I've just seen your concept, Matt. I love it. And I'm very sorry to hear that.
I can't find it, but you also could show the picture I sent you with the horse.
Yeah, I'll do that.
There's nothing else to see.
Okay, let's see if we can find it. Okay, the horse. I realise I never helped you with the horse. I'm terribly sorry. I completely forgot about that.
No worry. As I said, I currently have no time for it, so
I'll do it tonight. I'll after the stream, I will. We can work on that. But yeah, here you go. This is Philip's first concept, which is very, very impressive, I have to say. And you understand that sort of Lord of the Rings wetter style really well. You're not making things look really over the top, and I love that.
Thanks.
So yeah, we've got a promising artist on the rise here. Absolutely.
Well, as I said, learn from the best.
Thanks, man. No, we all learn from each other, honestly, because that's one of the massive joys about working in a team that is as good as this. There's 30 of us, and we're always bouncing ideas and showing our work, and it has a really, really positive effect. And it builds you all up. So I've certainly become a better artist since I joined this team. And it's nice to.
Thanks, chat.
Yeah, you're getting a lot of love. That's well deserved, man. It's just so rewarding to work with an environment like this and have a community like this. You know, you guys are amazing. So massive thank you.
Not architecture. I want to do some unit modeling after that, but as I said, it had a lot of time.
Just saying, I have a lot of 3D programs. I do have a lot of 3D programs. I can show you. I will. Let me just show you some stuff I'm doing. I may well do some architecture streams in the future. This is. Oh, you've seen it from the file name actually. But there's some interesting stuff I've been doing. Getting loads of sneak peeks today. You're very lucky. It's a reward for having so little streams recently. Here's your reward. This stream is your reward for that. And there's another. Let me show you another one.
Oh, nice.
There's another one. Same group of buildings. And it's something I sort of do in my spare time, if that makes sense. Rise of Mordor is, the concept art is spare time, and 3D modeling is spare time.
For me, the concept is currently spare time. Let's see, from October, everything will be better.
From October, everything's going to be so busy for me. I'm not looking forward to that. I wish I could. I wish I could not go to university and just keep doing this forever.
We're planning to finish the ground floor end of September. And before I start on the first floor, there is a bit of time. Won't start before mid of next year, I guess. So
right.
There will be time.
Oh no, good to hear. Good to hear. Yeah, you're getting lots of love for that concept. And Tio's saying, yeah, the best advice for artists, especially artists who are trying to learn and develop their skills, is join an art community or art team. Yep, absolutely. You learn from each other and you learn yourself, and you're inspired. You see other people's work, you want to be that good, and you work hard and you reach that, and it's amazing.
Also, if you're not really an artist, I didn't do stuff like that anytime. I just enjoyed the drawing and painting stuff, but I lost the eye on it, and after I watched the streams here, I just came back to it. And then a guy called Tom here in the chat asked me if I want to join.
Yeah.
So fast it can go.
Yeah. No, I think you sent me some
I sent you some sketches and corrections I thought of.
Because
I knew
I knew you.
After you asked me.
I knew that you had like really good ideas and stuff. I didn't know you could do art, and then you sent me some sketches, and I thought, wow.
Well, I didn't knew either.
No, it's great. It's really great.
As I said, the last painting I did was maybe 8 years ago, I guess.
Wow. I love that. I love to hear that, man. And we've got lots of our up and coming artists in the chat. Tio has
I love Tio's art.
Absolutely stormed ahead with progress. It's amazing how quickly he's progressed. And Matt Henley as well. Both interns. Oh no, Tio's not an intern anymore.
Tio's not an intern anymore.
You and Matt are interns. I will spoil that you're both soon to become developers. You know, it's too good to keep you in the intern role.
Sorry. What? Was AFK for a moment? What did you say?
Oh, I said that you'll soon become a developer.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, you're...
Even with doing nothing the last 1 week, 2 weeks.
We
well,
want to finish when you finish your current concepts. I think we'll upgrade you because we do want your
yeah, and I really want to improve on everything. As I said, I want to learn a bit of the mod. I also learned now to draw with PC.
Yeah.
And
your input
it's
in
really
the other
fun.
channels will be
It's a really nice team.
Indeed. Any of
Everyone
you who are
of us.
interested in art, absolutely consider applying. 3D modeling is what we need the most, and animation. We're working on the troll animations.
Well, I guess I'm not the guy that have the patience for animation.
Oh, it's time consuming, isn't it? It's very tricky, and it's hard to make them look really lifelike as well. So, but we're slowly inching ahead. Spereni, I model too. I do model. Yeah, I've sort of learned in the last year from Rise of Mordor. Thank you. And Enzo Kohlmeyer is another one of our big community members. It's good to have you. Olaf, not really a chatter, but love to chill and just listen and see what amazing stuff you guys are doing. That is absolutely fine, mate. You don't need to talk. If you even keeping it on in the background, love to hear that. Appreciate that. Jin saying October, the last year of uni. Yeah, help for me. It's not my last year, it's my first year. I haven't been to uni yet, so I'm going there in October. And I'm really hoping that my work isn't so hard that I don't have time for the mod anymore, because that will be, you know, I really love it. I really, really love it. So it'll be sad to not work on it if I'm too busy. But that'll mean that when I'm on holiday from uni, I will just go absolutely mad on the 2D art.
Don't do a Frusty.
Oh, I will absolutely do a Frusty. 20-hour days. I'm still yet to find out his secrets of how he manages that. Oh, what did I do there? Did I close the file? Schnitzel Boy, great work. I was thinking about architecture too, but I'll stick for units for now. What you're doing now is really, really helpful, because that is paving the way for our next update. We need that. We need those units. Although that's a bit of a spoiler. Actually, I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, what you're doing is great. And Schnitzel is another developer. He's a 3D modeler, but he's also improved rapidly as well. And it's just amazing. It's really, really amazing to see these guys shoot upwards in progress so quickly. And it's all the result of being in an amazing team and learning from really, really skillful people. Or should I say learning? Victimized and Haganaz are really, like, they sort of carry the project in terms of knowledge and content. Speroni, I'm going to go for now. Have to go to the store and finish some stuff. Hope you have a good stream and you guys keep up the amazing work. Speroni, thank you very much. Thank you indeed. Jin saying, first year of uni, yeah. I started in my late 20s. First year is a good time. You still have time to do life stuff. Yeah, hopefully. I can imagine third year being very, very hectic. But that is 3 years from now. Who knows what the mob will be like in 3 years' time.
I hope we do some other campaign stuff.
Yeah,
then.
yeah. In 3 years' time,
are we allowed to say our idea now?
I think so.
Oh, you already told it. Before.
The Fall of Arnor.
Yep.
So my prediction would be in 3 years that we have everything out, the War of the Ring campaign out, finished, or not finished, but getting regular updates.
At least playable.
But playable and getting improvements every update. And that we're working hard on our second age /
this would be so awesome.
Oh man, it gets me so... I'm smiling right now. I think hopefully the goal would be we're working hard on Fall of Arnor campaign and the Fall of Numenor campaign.
But for Fall of Numenor, we need to adjust the map.
Yes, yeah. That would be... It'd be quite a simple one though. I think doing because it's just adding the island. Doing the first stage as a campaign would mean a very, very different map.
But I prefer both Fall of Numenor and Fall of Arnor.
Oh yeah, same. I think Fall of Arnor would be my favourite.
The Realms in Exile with the war in the south would be awesome. So there would be a complete Total War campaign, and you don't have the problem we have currently with Eriador.
Yeah, exactly. And you'd have Angmar, which is... Everyone loves Angmar.
Angmar, when?
And you'd have Khazad-dûm. They're still a thing when there's the Fall of Arnor. So yeah, I think largely it may prove to be a more popular campaign than the War of the Ring. But then War of the Ring, you can play things like Rohan and Dale and Erebor, which won't be a thing in the Fall of Arnor. So Jen asking, is it a Fall of Western Rome style thing? You tactically withdraw and can reconsolidate. I don't know. I think it would be because Arnor's in Civil War, isn't it? At that time.
Yep, it's in. It's a long time not in Civil War. It starts the Civil War when the Witch King reaches Angmar. It's I wrote everything with Wick, but I'm not sure about the year now. I guess 1300 was the time. And at 800 they split because their current king died, and three princes couldn't figure out who should take the realm. So they split it in Arthedain, Rudor, and Cardolan. But they were never in war with each other before the Witch King came to Angmar.
So that's perfect for our Fall of Arnor then. We'd have a... Because that would mean...
And when I wrote with Vic, he thought we could start with the arrival of the Witch King in Angmar, so the Civil War there only is beginning.
That would be cool. And that gives the player a bit of choice on how they do it.
And also in Gondor is the King's Drive, I guess it was called.
Is that at the same time? That's cool.
It's 100 years later, but we could mess up a bit with the times because both of the sons were born at the time the Witch King arrived in Angmar.
Yeah, that would be cool. because that would be because ideally with that Fall of Arnor campaign, we want to make it so that the factions that are both in both War of the Ring and Fall of Arnor are slightly different. Like ideally, we want Gondor to play slightly different. And that's a perfect way. That sounds to me like a perfect way of making that.
Also, we get our concepts.
The Trakuar. The amount of work, time and commitment you guys putting into this project is honestly absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you. That is amazing to hear. And it's you guys that keep us going. The Karen Coma. Hello, welcome. Karen Coma is a medieval 2 modder. I'm interested on how the visuals for units will play out in the Fall of Arnor campaign, since it would be sort of a transition period of armors. That's very true, actually. I haven't thought about that. Oh, more juicy Arnor designs to draw. Very excited for that. And of course, Angmar. That needs some cool designs as well.
Rudor.
Yeah. You'd need different designs for Arthedain, Cardolan, and Rudar. And as Kerma also says, there's also a Wain Rider invasion during the Fall of Arnor.
Yeah, but it started 1450, I guess, and Weathertop fell at 4009, I guess. But also we talked about that, and well, currently everything is under development, and we only talked about it. But we considered also the Wind Rider invasion.
That would be cool. Again, Easterlings is another faction that would be in both the Fall of Arnor and the War of the Ring, and I think a Wain Rider invasion might be a cool thing to vary up the playstyles a bit.
Yeah, of course.
What's Mordor like in the Fall of Arnor? Are they
Mordor isn't really there. Mordor starts to rise up with the return of the Nazgul at 2000, I guess, when they took Minas Ithil again, Minas Morgul.
Oh, interesting. So that's going to be very strange to not have Mordor.
So Gondor has all of Mordor's brothers to secure, and maybe with a kind of a late game theme, maybe when Arnor is falling and the player is Gondor, so the Nazgul are returning.
That's cool.
Something like that.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting more excited. The more we speak about this, I'm getting more excited.
Was it last Saturday or 2 weeks ago? I had to work downstairs and I couldn't do anything because I brainstormed about all the ideas we could do.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that. Yeah, I was thinking, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I had a really important job to do all day to draw, and I couldn't concentrate. Because I don't know where it came from actually. That suggestion, we sort of
a sneak peek, but I don't know how we came to it.
And then we thought, I think we must have been discussing some kind of something to do with the Second Age or Third Age. And then Victimized just said, let's just make a new campaign. Let's make an extra campaign. And then we just erupted in waves of inspiration.
Sneak peek is every time full of everything, but that day, even when you were on the PC, you couldn't reread everything.
Yeah. Oh, that was amazing. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Sneak Peek is our special access. If you boost the server or you win competitions or tournaments or win the screenshot contests and stuff like that, you get access. And so it's where we dump our early work in progress shots. Armored Space Pony? Are these some kind of elite unit? They are indeed. They are Arnor's elite cavalry. The Marshals of Annuminas. As Enzo's saying, yeah. Armored Space Pony again saying maybe the feathers could look a bit weathered. Interesting, yeah. As the armors are passed down from generation to generation and they would be quite difficult to produce. Well, my answer to that would be that the Fountain Guard helmets are actually from Numenor, aren't they? Are they from Numenor or from Arnor anyway, of old?
Don't know that.
And they're made of mithril in the lore anyway. They're made of mithril. But you know, the Fountain Guard helmets look quite pristine. So I'm sure you could replace feathers. Even if you can't replace the actual helmet, you could replace the feathers. It is a good idea, but I think I'll keep it looking pristine.
Also, the marshals will be available after the Reunited Kingdom, if I'm correct.
Yes,
and
yeah.
then it would be a completely new unit. So
For sure.
don't think it makes sense when they move the helmets from the generations.
Indeed. Armored Space Pony. Shire folk being awed by swords and armours comes to mind, and Middle-earth being quite poor in general. Well, the Shire folk had never seen or had to use a sword. But you know, that for the rest of Middle-earth, swords are common, quite common. And Mr. Unclear, I have another one. Will units like the Fountain Guard also be limited in numbers in the campaign? Since it would be weird to have an army of Fountain Guard, for example. Well, their area of recruitment locked in that you can only get them in Minas Tirith. I know that for sure. I don't know, because I think recruitment times is going to be significantly longer, in Rise of Mordor compared to vanilla Attila. Especially for your elites, I think. So I'm sure that'll be the case. And as Elegy's saying, yes, it'll be very expensive to field an army of Fountain Guard. As cool as
Also, I guess it would be awful when you can have about 20 armies in the late game, and only have 4 units of them.
Yeah. Oh, that talk about Arnor.
Let's talk about Arnor.
The talk about Arnor has got me very excited.
Also, there wouldn't be a Shire at the time. It would still be. It would still be in Arthedain's realm. Arthedain gave it to the hobbits when they dwindled in numbers after the destruction of Amon Sul. So
interesting. So the hobbits would be in the Anduin Vale, completely in the Anduin Vale.
Only in the Anduin Vale, yes.
Right. Fantastic.
Still would love to see my Weathertop as proper Amon Sul map.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool.
But I understand it with the limited space in the tower. But it said it's a fortification and that whole weather mountains are towers like this, but only Weathertop is fortified. So
I don't know. I think if we do something like the Divide and Conquer one, but better. Of course, that would work.
I thought about it with the capture point being the tower and have well, I don't know the plans you had, for example, Amon Hen, but to be a fortified hill or something, only with checkpoints or something like that.
Yeah.
So the hill would be the fortification.
Yeah, that would be cool. Energy saying, I'm getting Vietnam flashbacks when you said, will be significantly lower in Rise of Mordor. Yes, that is a line from our Rohan overview. And yeah, you did, from how much time you spent on that video, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to say that. Jin saying, you could point costs on armies, so each army could have X points to spend, and then assign a point allotment to each unit, preventing spam of super strong units. It would be too expensive to spam super strong units, and combining spamming strong units with slower recruitment in Rise of Mordor, significantly slower recruitment in Rise of Mordor, Elegy. I don't think you'll be able to.
Also, if I'm correct, we have the population system changed like 12-12, I guess, right?
I don't
So,
know.
I remember reading something like that, and then when they are a Dunedain unit, you are also limited because the population is limited.
Oh, so like elves as well.
Yep.
That makes sense.
But I'm not sure if it still is that way, but I remember reading something like that when I consumed everything we had when I joined.
Yeah. No, it makes sense for that, I think. That would be strange if elves could recruit the same as orcs. There we go. What do you think of the helmet? I don't know.
Awesome.
Perhaps
I'm a bit behind, but you're at the tree.
Yeah,
And I like it, but I'm not sure about the point over the tree.
Yeah. I think it needs a little work. I like the idea, but I think I need to refine that a bit more.
Maybe do the tree in a second variant, and do the Scepter of Annuminas in the middle of the pointy end.
Oh, I've just realised actually, these guys are from Annuminas, so I need to.
Yep.
We need to.
So the scepter would be perfect.
Yeah, I might put that on the chest plate as well, because that's their symbol. So let's, as much as it pains me to go over this painstaking detail that I did, I'm going to get rid of this.
Copy it for another variant.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, okay, I won't get rid of this lovely detail. I will save that for another variant. Yeah, but that scepter, that's perfect, of course. Mr. Unclear saying the Noldor will have a small population, I guess. Yes, yeah, of course. As elves, dwindling elves. That's something I'd like to see actually, because in the Fall of Arnor and the Fall of Numenor campaigns, the elves would not be dwindling, or much less so. So that'd be
they started dwindling when they had the War of the Lost Alliance.
Right, okay. Oh, that's true.
Arnor after the war with Angmar started. So about well, the sources are a bit tricky, but nearly everything refers for Arnor with dwindling population and everything about 1409 when Weathertop fell.
Right. Well, I mean, I think it'll be interesting to see a stronger elven. I mean, it might just be completely overpowered to have them be strong and have faster recruitment as elves. I don't know how that'll work.
And more land.
Yeah,
could
more
be
land,
a bit tricky.
I don't know how they do that.
But the settlements wouldn't be as developed as now. Imladris
true.
would be a hill that only is fortified for war.
Right. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. They didn't. Yeah. I guess the myth.
Can I say something about the prologue with what we
Our
planned?
prologue. Yeah, go for it. That's also amazingly
With the
exciting.
prologue, we also could use the units from Gil-galad and everything else for the campaign if we do a Lost Alliance campaign somewhere in the future.
For sure. If you don't know, our prologue, so you know that Attila has a prologue campaign to teach the player how to play, essentially. And our prologue campaign, in the style of the films, is going to be The Last Alliance. A very small scale campaign, with only a few factions, and you'll be playing as Gil-galad and Elendil. And I think that's a beautiful touch.
I really love that idea.
Yeah.
Also, it perfectly refers to the films when the beginning scene is shown by Galadriel.
Yeah, imagine that experience for new players. I love that. But yeah, let us know your thoughts on all this talk of Arnor, Fall of Arnor campaign.
Today is a really sneaky peeky stream.
Yeah. Well, we haven't had streams
with all that information.
We haven't had streams for a while, and I certainly haven't done one for a while. So I think it's well deserved. You've been very patient. It's getting quite late in Europe. That's probably why people have stopped watching. But Joe On It, hello. Good to have you. Joe On It is one of our YouTube partners who covered some of our tournament battles, which was really, really cool. So do have a look at them if you want to have a look at how our tournament played out, which was it was a good tournament, I have to say. And the finals, that stream we did of the finals, was really, really good. Some very solid play from those battles. And of course it directly links with this concept in that Pepi, the winner, has chosen this concept to be made. He has commissioned the concept, so to say.
Would have done the same unit.
So it's very much thanks to him that you're seeing this now, and not in 6 months' time.
Will this variant get a cape or something on the back?
Well, no, that's the sad thing about Attila cavalry, is that you can't give them big cloaks, which is something I realised actually for your Grey Company.
Oh.
I've just realised.
Well, as I said, for me, Aragorn need to have strike infantry. But have to discuss that with Maestro.
What you could do is, let me, if I quickly do this on stream for you so you can watch exactly what I'm doing, something that would work with the cavalry. If you go in and then you split the back.
Okay.
Like so. So then essentially when you're riding the horse, the cloak sort of splits down the middle and it sort of hangs. Or actually in reality it wouldn't do that. On the rigged model it would look like this, which is fine. But as long as it splits down the middle, that's fine. And then that would work when you dismount them as well. So I think that would be a solution, if you just split it at the back.
Yeah, I thought of something like that, but on the side, because of the sword. Like Aragorn had
Yeah.
in the first movie.
Yeah, no, I think with, especially with leg cloth, thinking about the rigging is really important. Because, you know, it might be a cool design, but, you know, some things just unfortunately don't work in Attila.
It would be better anyways to split it in the middle, because you have the same issue on the backside as in the front, right?
Yeah. Although it's not as noticeable. I mean, usually on the back there's not so much heavy detail. It's only when there's heavy detail in the middle. And for those of you who don't know, let me just quickly draw. You have your figure and then you have your leg cloth. And if you split it down the middle, if you have, let's say, chainmail like this, you can't rig it to be rigged on the middle. You have to rig it to both legs. So you rig it here and you rig it here. And the problem is that when this leg moves outwards, all this texture in the middle stretches really, really horribly. And you know, stuff like chainmail and intricate gold patterns and stuff like that really ends up looking a bit naff. That's the problem with the leg stretching that I keep saying.
Would cloth also see the look that horrible? For example, for the Grey Company, if they would be a dismounted unit?
It depends on how much detail is there, to be honest.
Ah, okay.
Chainmail being there, you've got a gap in the middle though. That's all right. But yeah, it just little things like that. It's good to consider when you're designing it, and it also saves the modeler having to do extra work to make it look.
Yeah, the Grey Company have to be a cavalry unit, but we maybe could have some different T4s also, Mr. Unclear. That was my idea of it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So maybe giving Halbarad the Grey Company, since he rode with them, and give Aragorn a similar strike infantry for the beginning of the campaign. And, that was at least my idea. I have it in my concept, which I also need to finish.
Oh, lovely. No, I like that. And also, when Aragorn is coronated, he gets a special bodyguard, which is an upgraded Grey Company. But if we change it to that, if we change it to a strike infantry, that would be even cooler, I think. But what?
Yeah, Aragorn is also always referred as a very skilled sword.
Yeah. So, I mean, my idea for that unit is black and gold and white armor. Black Gondor armor with gold and white.
Ooh.
And I mean, I'm really excited to do that one. And if that
was also,
a strike,
I just note
yeah.
two more. Do bring something like that. I also found a word of a white company led by Faramir after the reunited kingdom, which would be the old veterans of Ithilien.
Oh, nice.
Faramir's company. Could also be a cool idea after the reunited kingdom for both sides.
Yeah. Oh man, there's so many ideas here. So many ideas. Love it.
Too much ideas, too less time.
Yeah. Steintel. Looking forward to the mod. Third Age was my favourite mod, but I've played it to death now. Well, I'm very glad to hear that. Very glad to hear that. And hopefully you won't be disappointed. I'm glad that you are excited.
Mr. Unclear, it have to be a company because it's completely referred with the horses. It said that the horses are less in size but stronger than most horses, and they rode the whole way from Rivendell towards the forts of Eisen, and even after Dunharrow, I believe they rode with the with their horses.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It would
It's like
on-
saying Rohan doesn't have horses with the Grey Company.
it only makes sense to give them horses.
Yeah, yeah. Even though you lost the making of it, it's worth it nonetheless. What are you talking about there? Ah, Karpov saying the later you arrive, the better surprise you get seeing the work already done. Ah, yes, yeah. That's always cool on the modelling streams. Oh, I love the modelling streams. I wish they come back.
I also is a good teacher, I guess.
Mega Blue Iron is coming back this week. He'll be finished his exams this week.
On Friday, I guess you said,
Yeah,
right?
so fingers
Nice.
crossed you'll see some more Mordor rework. And yeah, I think he's the best of our modelers, best teacher of all of them. And I've certainly used his streams and Froosty's to learn modelling. So
Thank you, Morten Laurent. You will read the. You will hear me then in 40 minutes, I guess.
yeah. And okay, now I think I'll be finishing in about 10 minutes. So if you do have any last minute questions, of course, let us know. Now's the time. I have to say we've done a lot in this stream.
A lot of concept, a lot of sneak peeks.
A lot of sneaking, a lot of talking, and a lot of love. So
I hope it was good to watch everything.
yeah, for sure. So,
Mr. Unclear, sadly I'm no expert. I haven't read a single book. I just read summaries
really?
of everything. Yeah, I wanted to do it in English, but Silmarillion in English, I guess, is even worse than in German when you're not an English native speaker.
oh gosh, yeah. Silmarillion is like a Bible. I'm surprised you've never read the books though.
My whole knowledge is from informing me otherwise with summaries or everything from the events that occurred that interested me. I did it when I was 14 or something like that, and glimpses of it still are in my mind. And now, when I need it, I know where I have to search for it. So
I love that.
I'm only good in lore with everything about Arnor. So
Well, you're our guy then. You're absolutely perfect. I mean, yeah, I trust anyone who knows that about my love of Arnor will know that I'm very protective about those concepts. I want to have them done exactly my way, but I trust Philip here.
what an honor.
Trust you to do the Arnor concepts. Have faith, yeah.
Thanks, Mr. Unclear. Maybe I should do it. Would be awesome as background when I'm drawing.
Yeah. I've got so many of the books. I've read Lord of the Rings many times and The Hobbit, and I've read the Silmarillion a couple of times. But I've got so many more that on my shelf that I haven't read, like Unfinished Tales.
I also have a lot of books, but sadly I'm not a reader.
No, nor am I. I always think I'm going to do it at night before I go to bed. Get a chapter in every night, but then I stay up till 2 o'clock drawing art. And it's a bit late, so... Sadly. How does this work? So the gauntlet essentially comes over... hand like so. Hurin is also cool. The Children of Hurin, is that the right book? I see. My knowledge on the first stage is shaky, sadly.
Mine is also very limited. I know about Melkor, I know about the Age of the Trees, I know a bit about how everyone came to order, but that's everything.
Yeah, same. I know the Fall of Gondolin a little bit, but not much more. I mean, the first age is very different from the third age. It's
completely.
It's like a it's high fantasy actually.
And that's the thing that don't makes me that much interest in it, like the second and third age.
Yeah, because like you get elves like Ecthelion of the Fountain, who kills kills Gothmog, the leader of the Balrogs, by headbutting him into a fountain, which is it's very cool, of course, but it just doesn't feel.
I guess Tolkien did it because it's that far away, and maybe to become something like own mythology, like the Norse mythology.
Yeah. That's true. Oh, I like that idea actually. Yeah. It's kind of funny to read about Gandalf's worries. You know what I learnt the other day? I was watching. I don't know if you guys watch this. It's called The Friendship Onion, and it's a podcast by Dominic Monaghan and Billy Boyd, which are Pippin and Merry's actors. And they had Stephen Colbert on as a guest, who is this crazy Lord of the Rings fan, which I absolutely love that. And he was saying that Gandalf, when he was in his Maiar form, always hung out with the goddess of sorrow, or the Valar of sorrow, and she used the sorrows of the world and turned them into wisdom. And so that's why he is such a wise guy. Whereas Saruman hung out with Aule the Smith, who, and that explains why Saruman's mind is, of cogs. Yeah, it's called The Friendship Onion. It's really fun. I really enjoy it. And they sort of bring on Lord of the Rings guests, and they have they sort of talk about their experience on the films, which is amazing. Definitely recommend. Well, what I'm still going. It's been an extra long one. I think it's my longest stream ever. But it is coming to an end, I'm afraid. I'm very aware that I need to be back for dinner, and by that I mean we've moved house, but I'm in my old house at the moment because it's the only house with internet. So I'm just down the road from my new house, so I need to get back there. And I'm also aware that most of Europe is going to bed now.
How long you have to drive to the new home?
Oh no, it's down the road. It's in the same town.
Okay.
Because we are renting here, but we've decided to actually buy a house. So. Armoured Space Pony. I think it's cute how Saruman started to smoke pipeweed from the Shire because Gandalf was doing it. Yeah. Bit of a hypocrite, criticising Gandalf.
I just noticed the attention of detail on the belt from the old concept. Never saw that. It looks awesome.
The bird?
On the belt.
Oh, the belt. Oh, yeah. That, I mean, I like the... what did I do there? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, we're having issues. There we go. belt, this one's my favourite actually, with the red stripes. The detail in that, though, it's a shame though, because when you are zoomed this far out, you will never see that kind of detail. And you don't. And the thing about these kind of concepts is that you don't look, or any kind of figure really, you never look at the small details first. You always look at the face. So it's the face first, and then maybe then you'll see details. But that's the
Exactly.
So that's why. Of course, that is why.
But I noticed the red belt. But from the left variant, I never noticed it.
It's a bit less interesting, but once you zoom in, it has got the engraving. That's why this concept took me 3 months.
And chat, you must know, 3 months of Maeron is like 9 years for me.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
so you know how much time is in it.
It was. I think it was. There was a period when I joined when I was doing a concept every day, and I did the Linden roster very quickly, and the Variags, and then I slowed down quite a lot, and I thought, I saw the Battle for Middle Earth reforged artwork, and that is amazing. That's really, really good.
That's really amazing. And
I was thinking, right, I need to get this good. And it was like a mission. I was obsessed. I have to be this good. And then I put in the effort, and I think this was where I started to focus on quality over quantity. And now I'm sort of trying to strike that middle ground of getting things out slightly faster, but keeping high quality.
Good night, Schnitzel boy.
Schnitzel boy, it was great to have you. Great to have you, and really, really good progress recently. Absolutely loving your work. And actually, with that, folks, I'm going to call it a day. So this is as far as we're going to get on the Marshals of Annuminas today. But fear not. I mean, this has been a really, really fun stream, and loads of people have turned up, and it's been great to have guests and stuff. So I'm sure we'll do another one in the near future. So you will see these guys continued, and we can always start the horse as well, the horse armor. But with that, folks, if you have any last minute questions, now's the time. And well,
would be cool to see the Scepter of Annuminas as a design on the shield for armor.
The shield. Yeah, I completely agree. I'm not quite a fan of the other scepter designs already around, and we can have a look. Scepter of Annuminas.
Maybe with a bit fancier one.
I think we could
a few colors. The circle above with red or something like that. Like it's a rubin or something.
I mean, what designs do we have? There's this one. Interesting, and then there's this one.
I'm a bit behind. I have to wait a bit.
Sorry, I would stream. I think I'm a bit worried for my internet if I stream on Discord as well. But if it works out all right, I'll do it for the next stream. Don't worry. So you'll be able to see it in real time. Sleep tight and enjoy your food. Thank you, Armored Space Pony. Thanks for being here. And Tio, have a good night. You too. Thanks for sharing. Hanniversa.
I prefer the first scepter.
Oh, okay, interesting. This one. I see. I don't think that's very Gondorian. I might do a full redesign of the scepter. I think we need a full redesign. Because they both don't feel right to me.
I'm interested to see it then.
Indeed,
well,
indeed.
I don't want to bring you in trouble with the diner.
Oh no, don't worry. Impressive, Marcus Newman. Thanks for tuning by. With that, I mean, Philip, thank you for joining me for so long, and Elegy and Lolwat. It's been great to have you on. And
No
I will
problem,
see
man.
you all again soon. Stay safe. See ya.
See ya. Good night.